So, Joe, you'll be happy to know that I've been studiously counting my calories.
Oh, it's a new year, new you.
Well, I didn't start at the new year because I knew I had an engagement that I had to be ready for. So I started after that engagement. It's why does it? I feel like this is not picking up. Hold on. Let's see if that makes any difference. Yep. Now we're in service. So
Yeah.
20 seconds. I hope people didn't panic and click off. But yeah, I do have a question about it because I haven't really gone this route before. I've usually either tried to watch sugar or watch fat or some variation of the two.
Yeah.
So my question for you is this: if I was planning something, because I'm using it I'm using 2300 as my go-to right now. How does that sound? Does that sound fair?
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, it's hard to tell till you've done it for a couple of weeks and you also have to track your weight at the same time. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So usually it takes a couple of weeks for you to see if you're
Correct.
you
So
know,
I'm actually going to wait a couple weeks and then start tracking my weight.
Yeah.
And
see if you feel different. Or if you can keep doing it, because some people can't keep tracking.
Yeah, so I can do it, but like it seems I'll say this, it seems like a lot of food.
More than you usually eat.
Almost more than I usually eat sometimes.
So I mean, because you're picking a number almost out of the hat. It's a good estimate, 2,300. Looking at you,
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be higher than. I mean, your baseline could be lower than that. You won't know until
Time.
if you start gaining some weight or staying the same.
Yeah, so let me tell you what I had yesterday.
What program are you using?
Huh?
What are you tracking on?
I'm tracking on my notepad because I couldn't get this other thing I got to work right.
You can't get MyFitnessPal to work.
So MyFitnessPal.
It's an app that I've been using for 12 years.
Joey, you're my fitness pal.
I'm gonna get
Nice.
it.
See, that's a good one. That's a difference.
I'm gonna get it right
So
now.
do I just text you?
Yeah. Text me any numbers.
Fitness Pal.
I don't know if there's that on Apple iPhone there.
Okay, yeah.
But it's an app. But most things that have barcodes is in there. Like most things are standardized in there. Most restaurants are in there.
Okay.
So you can just type in a search bar and usually something. If it's got a green check mark next to it, it means it's most likely to be right.
Okay.
And then a lot
I got it.
of entries would have like a date next to it. Like this was last updated 2025 when McDonald's menu changed or some shit like that. So
I always find it weird when people are tracking their calories and also eating at McDonald's.
that's me. I mean, I track so that I can eat at McDonald's. One of the reasons.
Oh,
Yeah. So like, I have gotten just to prove points before. Like I've gained like 30 pounds just to show people I can just lose it on demand while eating pizza at McDonald's. And I just math.
yeah. I can.
So like when people
I can
doubt
gain
me, I'm
30
just like,
pounds.
I've done it and I've documented it and be like, look, you can eat wherever the fuck you want if your numbers are right.
I can gain 30 pounds eating pizza also.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so my question is, well, I was gonna tell you what I had yesterday.
Yes.
Because it just seems like a lot of food to me.
It could be.
Hold on.
I mean, the thing about people who drinks is that you lose a lot of calories that way.
Right. So I had a deli turkey and cheese sandwich on an English muffin, and a little bag of Cheetos. Mm-hmm. That was 534 calories.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right.
Okay. Then I had a bacon chicken sandwich with cheese, and that was 480 calories.
Like just 2 pieces of bread sandwich.
Yes. Oh no, it was a bun. It was a bun. It was a Pepperidge Farm
Are you?
Yeah, it was.
bun.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. You're tracking mayonnaise and all that good
Yes.
stuff. Good.
Yes. Well, I'm just adding. I'm just like adding 30.
That sounds about right. Yeah, 15 to 30. Depends on how slathered it is. I like mine wet.
So I had that. So that's 480.
Yep.
So 480 and 534. Quick maths. I'm at 1,014.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I had 2 servings of frozen French fries,
Okay.
which was
They weren't frozen when he ate them.
which was
I mean, he could be a monster.
which was 280.
That's it.
That's it. It was 170 per serving.
What? How much is a serving? Is it
17.
17 fries?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You counted them. Nice.
Yeah.
Usually I use cup measurement or like I have a food scale.
Yeah, 17 fries is what they said.
Yep.
So then that brought me up to 1,400.
Yep.
Now I added in some, dipped it in some sauce.
Yes.
So I added some. And then I had an Italian ice
Okay.
for 120 calories.
And Italian ice, those like
Little
shaved
cups.
ice things?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm at 1,520.
Yep.
So I went and had some nachos and some cheese for another 140 to be 1,660. And then I was like, well, fuck it. I can have more nachos and cheese. So I have more nachos or chips and cheese to bring me up to 1,960. And then I called it there.
Yep.
I was kind of full. But I could have theoretically had another serving if I was staying underneath 2,300.
Yes.
It just seems like a lot of food.
It doesn't seem like that much.
That doesn't seem like that much food to me. Because like, that, I mean, that's my cap for the day, usually. And I usually have to stay below that if I'm cutting. But that doesn't seem like too much food to me. Depends on how often you're eating, I guess. Yeah. I mean, the only caveat is that I trust that you trust yourself that everything's logged properly. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's messy, but I'm pretty studious about it.
Yeah. Start using the app, and then if you start using the app, and let me know how that goes.
Yeah. So my question is this. I know you're supposed to do it on a 24-hour cycle.
Yeah.
But like if I was trying to pre-plan for like a pizza night.
Oh yeah. You I've talked about this before. You use your calories like a bank. It's not the best. It's not optimal. You want it to be every 24 hours. You have so much calories, but you can shave calories off the day before and after an event that you want to gorge at. Like, and I've done that before. Like you really want to go ham one day, you can fucking be 1,000 calories under the day before and 1,000 under the day after, and you can have an extra 2,000 calories that one day. It's not ideal.
Not ideal.
Not the best, but it still works.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
Just
I'm focused. I'm actually enjoying the puzzle of it.
That's what I've been saying. I like the numbers of it.
Yeah. So like
he doesn't like the numbers.
right. I don't like that. I don't like
Picture the numbers as if they were shapes.
Exactly. So I'm on my shit. We're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, that's good. Love to hear it.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't find it too hateful. I actually find it surprising. Like I'm like,
I find it to be, I don't know, not relaxing. What is it? It's de-stressing, because I don't have to think about it and worry about it and wonder if I'm doing something right or not. It's just numbers, and then
yes, I actually like that too. It's less guilt.
How many calories do you think are in that hot dog that I had for lunch?
I don't know. I could find out for you though.
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
It was like a.
But like I had kitchen table the other night. I'm a drinker, and I drink at kitchen table.
I didn't know you're a drinker.
So I looked up. I looked up in a flyer. And a driver, but I looked up this bottle of 620, and then I just built my day around that 620. Huge intake.
So I was telling him yesterday. I saw this reel where it's like, hey, there's if you want to have a 2,000 calorie diet per day, you can have 9 vodka sodas and a 12-piece fried chicken meal from KFC.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
That sounds great.
And I was like, I can do that.
Yeah, like and I usually don't eat until lunch. But I think so like I was trying to think
helps
on a normal day what I would have done different.
Yeah,
I probably would have had more chips and cheese than just what I allotted myself.
I know a guy that can fuck up some dip.
Yeah,
because it's 2 tablespoons. No, it's 1 tablespoon of cheese was 40 calories. So I did it I did 2 increments of cheese, 1 increment of chips.
Nice.
And then I doubled that because I could.
And then you were full.
Yeah, and I probably would have eaten more, and I would have had them at some point earlier in the day. And then I would have had a shake also, and that's 474 calories. So I looked into that too.
That's a lot. I try not to drink my calories as one thing, unless it's like a protein shake, because it's not filling. Like, especially you're not trying to lose weight per se, but when you're losing,
no, I am trying to lose weight.
Okay, if you want to find your middle first, that's what you're doing right now. Hopefully,
well, kind of, right? I mean, I'm theoretically saying
trying to figure out what your maintenance is.
Well, I'm trying to see a deficiency
because at 2,300, you're trying to
because I'm guessing that I usually consume more than 2,300 a day.
Yes, he's trying to find his like minimum cut number.
Minimum cut, yeah, okay, because your activity is pretty consistent, right? Week to week, not day to day, but on a week to week basis, is relatively consistent.
Relatively
you might have
consistent.
more strenuous days sometimes, or others,
Correct.
but not all the time.
Correct.
Yeah, so that works out. I mean, you eat relatively responsibly. I'm much more unhinged than you. That's the thing. You're eating sandwiches. That's great. You got proteins. You got filling things in there. Whereas, like, when you start tracking number, you can see like how much disparity there is between 600 calories worth of alcohol versus 600 calories worth of sandwiches. You
Right.
can have a sandwich and a half for however much you drank.
Right.
One of them is going to fill you up and give you nutrients. One of them is not.
Right. But I'm not looking for nutrients.
No, but like how
With
it's
that.
filling. Yeah. I mean, you eat enough you don't have to worry about. And your wife gives you that kale's green
And chia
green
seeds.
thing. I don't know how.
Chia seeds.
Black seeds.
She doesn't give me. I don't drink anything green. But she puts chia seeds in. She slips some chia seeds in the shake.
And kelp sometimes, maybe spinach. Who knows?
Yeah, I think she did put some spinach in there.
See?
Once or
So
twice.
So Joey, how many beers do I have to drink a day to die this year?
I mean, you could probably do it today
Oh my god,
if you want to.
that'd be great.
Dying from drinking beers. The hard part is how much liquid you have to drink with beer. You gotta. It's much easier if you change to liquor. It takes a lot of beer, like just volume wise, to fit in here, so to speak.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay pretty studious to it though.
You want to split a pizza for lunch?
I can't because I'm planning on crushing it tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we like that's not something you should do yet because like you haven't even found your medium or whether you're at a deficit. But like me and Chris, we have one meal that we don't track at all, and that doesn't affect our overall goal at the time.
Oh yeah, I believe that because at a certain point, I remember like when I lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah,
There was and I was saying, and I was just eating low fat is what I was doing, and I just measured my fat and then cut the fat as slim as I could, and everything just started going. It took a couple of weeks for it
Yeah.
to start, but
I mean because it's much fat's much higher calorie than everything else.
Yeah.
like pound for pound.
Right.
literally. Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, after a while, I mean, after a year or so, like I mean, you know, a couple times, usually once a week, I would just pretty much not a cheat day, but I would eat whatever the fuck I wanted when and then it wouldn't have any impact.
Yeah, because like 6.5 days out of the week, you're on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
Keep you sane.
yeah, I'll keep you abreast of the situation, as it were.
I like the cold hard numbers, if you don't mind.
But yeah, so every day I've come in, so to speak, under
Under 23.
under 23. The first day was 21.26. Second day was close, 22.83,
That's good.
and then third day was 19.60.
I think I just have a stupid appetite because I like to eat.
I did
I like
too.
to eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories would be like comfortable for me, and I'm always like 2 or under.
The only time that's comfortable for me if it's a large cheese pizza.
Yeah, even a large cheese pizza, like I can eat it,
I think
so to speak. Don't give me
1,500 calories for a large.
Depends.
It's like 8 slices, like 100 or 210 a slice or something.
Yeah, it depends on where you go. Sometimes it's more.
but
Yeah.
6 pieces. I'm usually satisfied.
3/4.
Yeah, I'm usually satisfied with 6 pieces.
So yeah,
I can get by.
I need at least half.
Yeah, so 4 is my minimum.
So
Yeah.
I need to have a pizza.
Yeah,
minimum.
4 is my minimum. I'm not full. I'm not satisfied, but I'm content.
But that's the way you're supposed to be.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like when you
I had
eat.
3/4 of a pound of dogs on Tuesday night.
And they were sizable units.
Remember the 28 years later,
Yeah.
the zombie dick?
Yeah.
It wasn't unlike.
It's close. It's close.
I like being full, man. I don't know. If I'm not full, I don't feel like I've eaten enough, even though I know I have. Being content, it's like edging, or just
So
like,
to me-
just like a bad orgasm. It's like I know I fucked, but like, was that it?
To me, it depends. Like I like being content with a buzz is up there, top tier for me. Being fucked up and hungry is also top tier for me. The
Really? Fucked up and
toppest,
hungry?
the toppest tier, the top. Because I'm not talking about a buzz. I'm talking about
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm fucked up and I'm feeling great, and I don't need to eat for 10 years as far as I feel at the moment. But my top tier is full as fuck. and drunk as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I'm
getting drunk and then having a half a pie or 3/4 of a pie.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
being like,
No-
I'm
no-
going to bed.
Yeah, that is I have reached my final form. Yeah.
It probably helps you keep your calories down since you don't eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Just not having one meal cuts out like 400 calories. Most
Yeah.
people like need quote unquote need breakfast. They like are used to it. They have to have like,
Yeah, well, my
7 meals.
my problem is and I mean, this doesn't mean to be a food and nutrition podcast, but I find that like once I start eating, that's when my hunger starts.
Yes, and I don't want to stop. I can
So, like-
I can deal with not eating and being hungry versus eating and then being hungry.
Going to sleep at night and not eating until noon usually ish. Sometimes 1 if I'm in the middle of a project, or 2 if I'm in the middle of a project.
Yeah.
I am less hungry during that time than I am from 2 to 5.
Yes,
From 2 to 5, I feel like I'm
100%.
fucking starving.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I don't eat at breakfast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love breakfast too. It's
it's
I love it.
And usually it's the highest calorie.
Yeah, it's because it's
proper
delicious.
breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like breakfast at 7, snack at 9, snack at 10, lunch.
Yeah. See,
Snack at 1.
11sies.
second breakfast. Second breakfast. I think I'm like in a perfect world, which I'm not. I kind of am in a way, but in a world of my choosing, dinner's a big deal at my house. So we all sit together for dinner. It's a big deal at my house. But once my kids fuck off, I'll probably move into having my big meal at lunch and then a very small meal and drinks at or whatever
Really?
at dinner. Because that's like if I can get drinking and getting in,
Oh, yeah, 'cause you
or
get
get into a
drinking.
zone,
Yeah.
and get music going and get into a vibe, like I'm perfectly happy without food.
Oh, I need to sleep.
see, my
I can't go
perfect-
hungry and sleep.
I don't even feel hungry.
I am.
I'm just so happy.
My perfect is like a light lunch followed by 20 to 30 beers and then like a half a pizza
Yeah.
immediately, like fall asleep with the pizza box open in front of me. Like just pass out.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
Dude, there's something about a pizza, man. There's just nothing like it. And part of it
American
is
pizza.
Yes.
With the box.
Part of it is the way it comes. to you.
Yes, it really is.
It's like you're opening up this little gift, and you every time you open it, you're not exactly sure what's going to be underneath. You know the
It's always
general
good.
idea,
It's always-
but it's always going to look like it's like fingerprints. There are many like it, but these are mine. you know, you know, and it's
Fuck
like
that one pizza.
Yeah, when you open
I want pizza.
when you open up that box, so to speak, and you look down, and especially if it's yours, and you're like, yo, I'm just getting started, and I got and then you have a couple of slices, and you're like, man, I'm not even halfway through this bitch.
And the best
you
part,
know,
like when you close the box when there's like 3 slices left, and you don't put it in the refrigerator, you don't do
oh,
shit.
you gotta
slide
just leave
to
yeah,
the
it.
side.
you gotta leave it out.
And then you're just like 10 minutes later, you're like, you know what? Hold on.
Yeah.
me go back.
Yeah. I don't. My general rule is, and this never happens usually. You know, always and never, but it just generally doesn't last that long. I won't refrigerate pizza until after dinner the next day.
Yes. That's the right move. If it lasts that long, usually it lasts to lunch.
Yeah. So correct. So what I usually do is I put the boxes in the oven.
Yes.
And I leave them sit there until we're gonna reheat them for lunch or dinner, and then if you know, we'll peel out, put them in, eat, and if for some reason we can't finish it on the second day, which I don't even know if I know a day where that's happened, but if it happened,
if you just had too much leftover, you just ordered too much.
then I would put it in the fridge
what-
or freezer.
What other food is it good hot and then medium and then cold and then also left out overnight and then you eat it the next day and it's still good? Like nothing. I don't
Brownies.
know anything else that's like that.
Brownies.
Is that a meal though?
No.
No.
Yeah. I mean that's different. It's baked goods.
Yeah.
Like, I mean like food that's like
A meal?
Yeah.
No, I can't think of one.
because usually and it's good reheated. Like you can eat it at any given
Oh, I
point in
got
its
one.
lifespan.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Shrimp salad.
All right. So
Man, we talk about pizza a lot on this fucking podcast.
I'm going to eat pizza today.
Farrell, you got your coffee first, so to speak, without coffee. Joey, how was your
got
nerve
coffee,
week?
right?
Man, how's
Yeah.
the world going right now, man?
Oh God, don't get Farrell started.
Don't get me started. Well, Well, we'll start with culinary class where since we're talking about food. It's a Korean show that is the second season of it. I like it. It's just watching people cook real good food, and I think the only problem I have with it is the way Korean competition shows are done is really
Full of Koreans.
It's
Do they count the set?
the what now?
Do they count the set?
What's the set?
Hana two set 1 2 3.
Oh my god! They have great production value. First of all, like their showmanship is great. I think that's their thing. There's like
Of the show or of the food or yes?
yes,
Okay.
I think that entertainment. I think is supposed to be Korea's #1 export. I think that's what I've heard.
No shit.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
and they're good at it.
Yeah.
Like when I watch their shows, I'm like, I can see.
Bloody goddamn better be.
Yeah. But I think they're somewhat rigged, the competitions. I've noticed. It don't seem some of the results, not all, but some of the
term
results
now
don't seem
is
natural.
Scripted.
Huh?
The script.
Scripted.
Like the NFL is scripted.
Is it scripted? Well, who's going to win at the end? Or at least who plays off at the end?
Yeah, because like that's the big thing. Like Bobby and I were talking to somebody yesterday,
Like Jake Paul?
who was talking about how the NFL is scripted. So I was just
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it seems
I don't know
so.
about the
It doesn't.
Korean baking show though.
The Korean cooking show.
Can't comment.
I think it is scripted.
It might be.
Partially. I think partially is. I don't think every stage in the competition is scripted, but I think there are certain people who are being pushed to the end.
Yeah.
And also certain people that they're keeping on because of entertainment value versus how good they are at what they're doing.
Right.
Because they have this one lady monk, older lady monk that everybody loves, and she seems like a great person, but she's like vegetarian, so she can't cook any meat. Right, so there's no way you can stay to the end of a cooking competition if you limited your ingredients.
Right.
Period. Not even talking about like what you prefer to eat. If you can't fucking cook it, like you can't touch it, you can't cook it. Like
Now, there are ways that you would be able to do that. Like if they said, hey, we're going to have this dish that's normally meat based, and then this person is going to prepare a vegan version of it.
Yeah.
And then she goes through if it's as good as the meat version.
yeah, but it would never be. Like I mean, it's just a limitation. It's
Not with that attitude.
It's not with not shitting on vegetarians or whatever. Good on you, but like it's just. Like okay, you can
If you're
go.
used to
You can
eating
go
meat,
in.
you're never gonna say,
You can go
"Oh
in a
my
painting
God, this
competition,
tofu
but you
is
can't
best."
use half the colors.
Right.
right.
Like you're not gonna do as good as somebody else in the long run, anyway. But anyway, I enjoy it nonetheless. I like watching food shows, competition shows, especially when it's not catty, when it's straight.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
people
yeah.
are friendly to each other, friendly competition.
So it is scripted.
Right.
No, because I've watched.
She took my eggs, that bitch.
That fucking bitch.
Because I don't know if it's a strictly American thing. Because I like the British challenge shows I watch are also not like American challenge shows where people are just shitty to each other all the time. I just don't need that in my life. But maybe I haven't watched enough American challenge shows. But of the ones I have, everyone's always just shitty to each other, and I'm just like,
Well, I mean, that's the American way.
Yeah. Better get yours. I'm gonna get mine.
Speaking of cooking, I finished season.
German too, apparently.
Is what
That
shitty
way.
to each other?
That general way. I just know that you better get yours. I'm gonna get mine.
No. Because they say I'm going to get 9.
You're gonna get 9. I only say I bring this up when I was in Europe and like
Flex?
Yeah, I give myself one. This one person like asked if I was American, but they said it like unsure. And I was like, I am. And they're like, okay, mix it. Like, I got it. But then they said, you're either American or German. Like, we knew that much. And I was like, wow. And they're like, just the way you guys conduct yourselves, like in the lunch line, like you'll reach across other people to get you. Like, you don't mean any harm by it, but you're gonna get yours.
Yeah.
You know, like. Yeah, good.
For better or worse. I don't think there's anything wrong with that part. It's just taking it to the extreme, as always.
Gotta speed up or get out the way.
Not be the best.
Speed up or get out the way.
That's why I stay on the road all the time.
That's what I'm drawing a metaphor.
That's why I'm fucking screaming at it.
And then I'm here to twist your sister because that's what I met her for. That's a Royce the 5'9" lyric.
Okay, I was thinking about Twisted Sister, as in with the
I miss
D.
Royce.
He's great. He's still around.
I know, but he's just not.
Dude, funny. He's a funny motherfucker, man. Funny motherfucker. Anyway.
D. Snyder, right?
D. Snyder.
Yes.
Yep. Twisted Sister.
Nuts.
And then D. Snyder had like a limited but interesting. Do you remember a movie called Strangeland? It was like a horror movie, like late 90s, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. It's worth a watch. It's nothing fantastic, but by your metric, I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
I don't need to be good. I just need to be entertaining.
Yeah. So check it out, Strangeland. I think D. Snyder ended up producing it.
Oh,
but he was also kind of going through his industrial phase.
Okay.
And he did a song on there. I think These Are the Lies. And it's a pretty good record. Like they kind of fit into like the industrial motif at the time. Like it sort of fit the vibe and with very different, than Twisted Sister efforts. But
it's not. Yeah, and Strangeland. Is a horror movie.
Yeah, and he had the single, like the 90s, 2000s, like movies seemed almost to be built around the soundtrack. Sometime.
Yeah.
He executively produced the soundtrack, I believe, and then he did the lead single. In Conclusion. Yeah, it might have been called In Conclusion, but yeah, it's a good record.
Cool. Watch season 2 of the cooking anime, the campfire cooking anime. Also like it. Nothing especially that people would like unless they like anime and or isekais.
Real quick, our monetization's all fucked up.
We're monetized?
So kind of. I don't really even check it. So I like.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I'm being straight up honest. I don't even check it.
Yeah.
But I just got an email today that a whole bunch of shit got demonetized because of Mariah Carey's Christmas song in the episode that published today. And I was like, oh, whatever. But since it's on that, let me just play this song.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Hey, now this one's demonetized too.
Well, my thing is
from YouTube?
Probably not from this song. It's good. It's got a good little riff. You hear it? Almost Tool-esque.
It's Tool. It's very 90s. And D. Snyder did this.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And then the drums come in, and it's a good little beat that goes with it. I'm not mad at this song. And it's super slept on. Nobody really knows about it, but it's a good little record. His voice, like his singing voice on this, way different than Twisted Sister, but you can tell he was just caught up in the moment of this shit, I mean,
it's cool.
It's good.
When you're creative and you want to mix something, that's different. It's good on you.
I've died 1,000 times, drowned in a sea of lies, walked every path through every door. Oh, how I've suffered through the wicked men can do, but they can't endure the things I have in store.
Is there a music video for this?
So I don't know.
I want to know. I'm trying to picture what would look like in this video.
Yeah. But it's a good little song, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Nice.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's my tism hanging out.
that fucking video you sent of the tism animal noises. Jesus Christ. Yes, campfire cooking in another world. Good. Isekai doesn't too serious. I like it. Mighty Nine season 1, I finished. I'm not sure. I've talked about the D&D people that streamed. I used to watch a lot, and then they got so popular that they have a whole franchise now of making their own game. They kickstarted an animated series now. It's like an ongoing. They're like on season 4 altogether. They have 4 seasons altogether on Amazon, and they're gonna keep going. I don't know. I like it, but I feel like they change more things in this one than they have in the past. So what they do is they stream their D&D sessions. Basically, people watch them play D&D, and they're all voice actors, known voice actors, and they're good. And the person who runs the story, the dungeon master and DM, is very good at telling stories.
Yes, mister.
So Crypt Keeper? No, what?
Oh, yes, my gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. Yeah, there you go. Yes.
dude.
But so like they're so popular that they just take that story as they play through and then they translate it into animated series. But this season seems to have a lot of changes from what I watched when they were doing it. So it does. I guess it doesn't matter for the person who's only watching these things and don't know the source material.
Sure.
But it's weird to. I don't know what that is, right? For some, it's overall. As people watch comic movies, who watch anything based on a book, you always have this feeling of, well, it doesn't go like that.
Right.
But for most people, it does go like that.
Are you
because
saying the animated story is different than
It's
how
like-
the game played out?
Yes. The overall arcs are there, but like there are changes that does matter, like to people's backstories or when they come in or how they meet or something like that. And I guess maybe I assume it's better for the pacing as a visual media versus the game, but it's something weird about things not being like the original.
Right.
I don't know what that is and why. I don't know why it matters to a lot of people, right? A concept in general that matters to a lot of people that it's not like the book.
Yeah, I think that like what is always more confusing for me is when I can't tell which I like better.
Oh yeah, if you like this,
Because then I'm like, fuck, man, like so here. Let me give you a couple of examples.
like cover music.
Let me give you. That's a good one too.
A lot of people like Johnny Cash more than
Yeah, but
you hate it.
So that's it. Usually.
Parrot?
So wait. So I wait because
I know. That's why I brought it up.
So you want to get down to
I'm getting
business? That's
worked
fair.
up,
That's
getting
fine.
worked up.
That's
Cash
fine.
version is the better version.
Bobby is about to fucking
I
have a
feel
stroke.
similarly to that Cash version that you do to people who follow the lead character of Landman.
Oh, don't understand it. You don't understand who this is for.
You don't even understand what you like. If you listen to me, this is to the audience. If
That's
you
a lot of them.
didn't, if you didn't live through that period, you already have one hand tied behind your back. If you didn't live through that period and you got into the Nine Inch Nails record later, I know you're broken. I know you're broken. Because that song existed at a time that helped kids that were fucking shattered.
Yeah.
And nothing that anybody could ever reproduce can capture that. I respect the Johnny Cash version because I do think that he made it his own animal, which I think is the most important thing to a cover song.
Yeah, it's a different take.
But I don't even think he gets that song. Just from the way that he didn't say crown of shit.
Oh,
The fact that he didn't say that, I'm like, oh, you're not even in the mud.
yeah.
How can you talk about the dirt?
I thought it was weird that he went to Crown of Thorns in his version.
So there's-
why are we bringing religion into it?
Well, so he does. I can't remember whether Reznor says it at all. Crown of Thorns. I don't know if he does.
I didn't think he did.
Yeah, he says. I think he does say crown of dirt one time,
Yeah.
but he says crown of shit at the to drive it home
Right.
at the, But like you take like who's great at covers? Manson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Well-
Weird Al, but okay.
Sweet Dreams is a phenomenal
Yeah.
cover.
Yep.
Personal Jesus is a phenomenal cover. The fucking that fucking 80s pop record, the dan dan dun, 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 dun. Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. Like he flipped that
Yeah.
and made it something ill as fuck. Like he's great at it. You know who's awful? Well, I can't say awful because there's a song called Balls to the Wall. It's like an 80s rock song that's cool. And Maynard flipped that and did it well. But Maynard flipped I See a Little Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
And it's impressive because it's hard to tell it apart from the original. So just having the vocal ability to mimic that is impressive. But I would never listen to your mimic when I can listen to the real thing.
Yeah.
But back to the book part of it, right? So the Watchmen is one I always bring up on this show, where like I think my personal opinion is the movie is better than the book. However, if someone wanted to argue that with me, I would say I don't even know if I'm right. I'm just telling you it's how I feel. I will argue that Squid Monster. I'll argue that bit, but the overall book, the amount that they're able to put into the characters, like there's some things about Rorschach in the movie they don't really explore fully, so they can't paint that character fully. So if people are like, no, they don't do the character, I'd be like, okay, never mind. We're talking about two different things, and I agree that you might be right, but I just like it better. Where I get into tricky situations, right, is like Dark Knight Rises, right? So Dark Knight Rises is pretty much a combination of Batman Nightfall, where Bane breaks Batman's back, and Batman No Man's Land, where there's a massive earthquake that basically quarantines Gotham from the rest of the world. And I think both of those comic books are good, but Nightfall is old.
Yes.
And it has
dated.
aged.
It's dated. Yep,
And I would argue that Dark Knight Rises, which is most people's least favorite of those three, I would argue that Dark Knight Rises is a better story overall than either one of them separately.
I think so.
You know, but it's sometimes like with, you know, like purists and everything, it's hard to get into those conversations without really deeply offending them.
Yeah,
similar to the Hurt conversation.
Yeah, Infinity Wars is very different.
Yeah.
Completely different
And
characters.
and Infinity War is infinitely, excuse the pun, better than Infinity Gauntlet, the book.
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet, the book, is shallow as fuck.
When you going back, it was an epic event
At the
time.
Correct.
And also unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
Like so many things.
Yeah. So yeah, that I'm glad we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes of a anime. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep watching it. I was just for the curiosity of it. It was a short mini series about Christmas, of course, animified. That like.
Isn't it just animated?
Series finale, yes.
But in Japan.
Series finale was like around Christmas, so I was out. It was interesting, but I didn't watch it till now. But it's about like Santa Claus, but with fighting and Jack Santa Claus and superpowers. So like it was very interesting.
I would prefer a fat Santa Claus that can fight.
Oh yeah, like a burly, maybe drunk.
Yes.
Mall Santa.
Off eggnog.
Yeah. This reminds me of like Tim Allen's.
Oh yeah.
Where like, so in this world, like, which is it says something though that you can see this is not too far from what people are thinking. So this is further in the future, and there are only. I guess I'm not sure that's talking about
Is
the world
racism back?
or in Japan. Well, has it gone away?
Next, you're going to tell me in this dystopian future that sexism is back.
Yeah.
That never left.
So in this society, I'm not sure if it's the world because I only watched 2 episodes. But there's only one school left in this society because there's only 10,000 children left. Mm-hmm. As everyone is adults or older because Japan's going that way. Mm-hmm. And children are precious. Like they can basically get away with anything.
They're also the future.
I believe. Teach them well.
Let them lead the way.
Yes.
What a record.
Yes. So, but there are adults who don't appreciate that, and then Santa somehow needs to come back and fight grown-ups for the children. For the children.
I'm not mad at that.
And he's got like magic Santa Claus powers.
Does he have reindeer?
I haven't gotten there yet, but like he does have sleighs that can come out of his feet, like Wolverine type, but they're sharp.
I don't like it.
And he can cut people's heads off with it, but also slide up and down buildings.
This is just off my hip.
Yeah.
But you make them icicles that come out of your feet that you can stab and kick people with while you're stabbing them. You know what I mean? Like you make them icicles.
It's like skis.
And then you have,
He skis.
and then you
He
have,
skis
and then
around.
you have 2 massive weapons that are shaped just like ornament hangers, like the
candy
hooks,
canes.
A giant candy
the
cane?
ornament hooks.
Candy canes.
Yeah, but you have to get the elves to suck them down to a point. And
That's a different kind of anime. That's a hentai.
yeah, that shit was vicious when you were a kid.
Oh yeah,
you'd
no,
be like,
that's
fuck.
Yeah, but you're just like sitting there staring at someone sucking on those things, and you just wait,
Yeah, in 7 to 10 minutes. It'll be like,
aggressively sucking at this thing.
Yeah, it would be good to get the reindeer started on it. They're monsters.
But I might put it in the background while I'm driving sometime, just to finish it up.
He throws little Christmas balls on the floor, but they're hard, so like it makes people trip. Whoa!
Or cow
they
chips, they're like
break.
the stars.
Oh yeah,
Or they break and then they cut their feet.
Yes.
there you go. Or he can throw like ninja stars, but they're lit up like Christmas stars on a tree topper.
I mean,
This is just off the hip, Joey.
and this could be in the show. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it finish it, but
Give him my number.
Seems like it. But it's called Santa with a D instead of Santa.
Santa.
Yeah. Well, this kid's name is Santa, and he transforms into Santa. It's in Bloodline.
Okay,
It's the Santa blood curse.
sounds similar to Panda.
We get broads in Atlanta.
But like, I like watching the bizarre and just fucking off the wall shit that they make with anime sometimes.
I know you do.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna get it anywhere else.
Undisputed.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that kind of shit anywhere else. And I like to see things that are different.
But Joey and Bobby debated topics for 10 years on Nerd Rage Radio, but never whether or not Joey was into odd anime.
Yeah. Oh, actually, if they make this show, well, in the future we can because we got AI. If this was live action, I watched that shit too.
Yeah.
We watched fucking Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Which was amazing.
Amazing, exactly. Off the wall concepts that can be.
And arguably historically accurate.
You can't improve it.
Can't disprove it.
So like you have to agree that
How
off
does
the
that
wall
become a recurring
concept
thing?
can be great. People fucking watch like Sharknado and shit because like off the wall shit is a fucking
No.
spectacle. The first one, not the seventh one.
A lot of people are really dumb.
Yes, that part. That part's important.
Two things can be true.
That's fair also.
Right. But
There are a lot of like if you think about a lot of fiction that we consider good, they are fucking like Ghostbusters is off the fucking wall.
Yes, but I feel like if you were talking about the Venn diagram of people that are really stupid versus people that like to see random stuff in movies, the random stuff sliver is smaller and the people that are stupid is like,
I mean, that's just anywhere in the world with any diagram. It's just the amount of people who are dumb is huge.
I agree. No debate there.
Okay, and Korean movie. Before the Korean movie, we watched Mimic 1998.
great
Okay.
tits in that movie.
Great tits. Was that tits in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking about Species.
There were tits and species.
Species.
I thought it was Mimic too.
Mimic does not. Mimic has a good-looking lady in it, but you see her tits later in a different movie when she was playing Marilyn Monroe. Amir Sorvino.
Who also had a good body
Yes.
on her.
Yeah.
That's my type of body, that old-fashioned body with some curves. And some
The old-fashioned man.
Yeah, maybe in some ways.
But yeah, I did not remember or realize that was a Guillermo del Toro movie. That
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I ever did either.
yeah, but like it makes sense now. Like the creatures
Yeah.
were super interesting. The concept was interesting.
And somewhat familiar.
I don't know.
I know that's just my
Yeah,
general
yeah.
critique.
I mean, do you remember the movie?
No, it's been so
they
long.
there was a
look up some pictures while you're talking.
there was a pandemic in New York, and it's been
Can't imagine such a thing.
and 30 years ago, and cockroaches were the carrier. So like this genetic engineer or biologist made cockroaches that kill other cockroaches by.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at one.
and
now.
they were supposed to die, but eventually,
These little boogers.
yeah. So like they end up being it's grown over like 3 years. They've evolved and like they kind of pass themselves off as humans in the dark to hunt. So like they fold their wings up so it looks like a trench coat, and they put the little face over the head, and their little hands look like a human mask. I thought it was super interesting.
So there wasn't nude tits, but this is the scene I was thinking of. I already found it.
Of course, she has a
I watched this ad though for Jerkmate.
I wouldn't have to. Oh, for Jerkmate. Never mind.
Oh yeah, no. She has great. She can see her tits in Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah,
the
but I'm
movie.
just saying,
But yeah, she's nice, jiggly ones.
Nice little
like-
Mia Servino.
Yes, she was a pretty
Side
lady.
note, just bringing it back to anime, Jigglypuff is my favorite Pokemon.
He would be. She would. Yeah. I feel like you'd be more of a Snorlax kind of guy, but
So I've actually never seen. I watched one Pokemon movie that Jana made us watch on her birthday one year. Thought it was awful, but I have never seen an episode of Pokemon.
Yeah.
But my brother Ben was super into Pokemon and Mambo No. 5 and a ton of other dumb shit. And
Venn diagram.
Venn diagram. And he was also the mascot for his high school, where he was a giant bird. Anyway, my brother Tug and I were not into Pokemon, but we were picking up, from osmosis almost from him talking about it,
Yeah.
all the character names and this, that, and the third. And when he said Jigglypuff, my brother Tug was like, "What?" And he was like, "Jigglypuff." He's like, super, fun character. And my brother Tug was like, "Dude, suck my Jigglypuff." And then ever since then, we started calling our dicks Jigglypuffs for like years.
It's better than Ticklebug,
So I just
which is the worst. I would never get over knowing that. I didn't need to know that. That's what your dick was called.
Yep. It's only on the weekends. Do you remember what it was called during the weekdays?
No.
It's actually a Steve Martin's The Jerk reference.
It's much easier to remember Ticklebug than the other.
It was called Special Purpose.
Oh yes, special purpose.
Yep.
so I asked
No wonder you
Chat,
grew up fucked up.
I asked ChatGPT,
Yeah.
what is the sexiest Pokemon character? And I'm not super happy with the answers.
If you want sexy, Digimon is the way to go.
No. I want to hear. So I like to hear people's opinion on what the sexiest Pokemon character is.
No, you don't want that.
I did.
You don't want that at all.
I feel like Snorlax would be cool to hang out with
He'd just be sleeping all the time, and you can just like,
because he'd just be cool to hang out with.
and he's a giant fluffy thing. You can just use as a pillow.
I wouldn't want to touch him. I'm just saying, like,
You don't like pet? You don't want a giant fuzzy pet
no.
that you make forced to fight other pets.
No, I don't want
just
that.
get a dog.
That's Pokemon.
Let's get a dog.
That's
Yeah.
fucking all the Pokemon. I don't understand why people don't see that.
No, I think most people see that. But no, let me stop. Rewind. I don't think most people go into it thinking that. I think when one explains that to people, then they see it. I don't think anyone's like, "No." And they're like, "Oh fuck yeah."
Yeah. And I think they eat the Pokemon because I don't think they're regular animals in Pokemon. There's only Pokemon.
Well, no, there's like a big. They're not regular animals. One's like a yellow cat.
Yeah, but that's their animal, right? They're all Pokemon.
okay.
So I think that in that world, Pokemon is just the word for animals. So I think you eat Pokemons, and I think you send your 10-year-old kid out to the woods to like find and capture a
Food?
small animal,
I
and then
thought they
you
were-
force them to fight other
Thought
kids'
they were
animals.
vegetarians in that.
They might be. I don't know what they eat.
They're Svelty.
They are. I don't know. Nurse Joy can get it. Yeah. So because a movie Korean movie called Mimic, was recommended to us, and I was talking about, I thought it was
The
other
other one.
movie, and she was like, I never heard of it. I'm like, bro,
Oh, that checks
shit
out.
on.
That checks out though.
Because that's how I've shown her all these
You
movies.
showing her movies like me showing Jaina movies.
Yes, and I love the
so
reaction.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. It's in my notes. I'll go ahead and skip it. Like we watched Star Wars with the baby.
Yes.
And we got up to episode 3.
Yeah.
Over the break, so we did all 1, 2, and 3.
It's episode 1 was very confusing to her.
I'm so confused. So funny. But when we got to 3, so when he's having that conversation with Anakin about I want you to be my personal eyes and ears on the Jedi Council. And she's like, he almost seems like he could be like the Emperor's little brother. And I was like, and we're watching it,
Yeah.
and then so what's great about watching it with a kid that I've never really had this experience, even though I have 3 kids, because I started them too young. I know that now. I've learned my lesson. I started
Your
them.
third one, you get it right.
Yeah,
Third kid.
they were too young to begin the training. But so when he goes, I beg you, learn the dark side of the Force. It is the only way to save Padme. And then it goes like this.
Batman?
Padme. She was like, he's the Sith Lord. And I was like, yeah. She's like, no. And then the fight with Mace Windu, all that, electrocuted, whatever.
Scarred and
deformed. And then he puts the robe on. She goes, he's the Emperor. She didn't even
put that
put
part,
those
yeah.
pieces together. You know, it was,
it's amazing to
great.
watch.
It was great to watch. I wish I'd filmed it. Actually.
And then you're gonna make her watch 13 seasons of
no,
Clone Wars.
No, we're gonna do the
That's
spinoffs.
child abuse.
And you want to know the truth? I already have. She's just too young to remember. But we're gonna watch the spinoffs and then the sequels. We're gonna watch all 3 of the sequels,
Nice.
and I'm not telling her what I think about them. But the third one specifically, I'm gonna let her have an opinion, and then if she loves it, be like, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and if she wants to talk about it,
Yeah.
then you can. But yeah, I'm gonna watch the Korean Mimic at some point. It's like a horror movie, but this based on like well-known Korean mythos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that was recommended me because we watched The Ghost Station, like train station, which was a horror movie. Korean. It was done well. Like it was. I think I don't know. I can see that why Korea export is entertainment because they're good at it and produce a good amount of it. And it's based. The movie is based on Webtoon, which is like.
I believe it's pronounced Neptune. It's a planet.
No.
Oh.
Is it a planet? It's a planet still, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But Webtoon's
Pluto's the one that's not.
huh?
Pluto
It's a
is not.
dwarf planet.
No, it's
It's a little person planet.
it's an asteroid or something.
I think didn't they call it a dwarf something? I don't know. It's still
They keep changing their minds.
hey, still a planet to me, man. You'll always
It's still
be a,
real to me, damn it.
you'll always be a planet to me, Pluto.
It's because when they start finding random rocks flying around in space that's bigger than that, it's like, is that really a planet kind of thing?
I mean, at what point do you say yes and no?
Yeah. Is it round enough?
Yeah.
To me, it's like, is it round?
Yeah.
Is that a sphere?
Yeah.
But yeah, the Webtoons is a big thing over there. A lot of
Dwarf planet.
Dwarf.
that was right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But yeah, I think they're free. I think it's just people, creators, artists who make episodic like 10, 20 pages at a time and post it every week or so. But there's a lot of them that get popular. A lot of anime is actually based on Korean webtoons and not manga. And then a lot of movies are based on that now too. So I'd love to see more of the good parts of the internet where creatives can show off what they have without needing a third party, like publishers and etc. Like I don't know, 30 years ago, like when you were drawing your own comics, like how would you show it to the world? If that was you today, you could have been just publishing.
I mean, just like
You
when
could
we were fucking around with music, I always think about like
you could
it's
just
a
be
gift
putting it
and a
on the
curse to that,
internet.
but yeah.
Yes, but I mean, even if there's a lot of garbage, if there's the same proportion,
I don't even mean that. I just mean in terms of like, you know, when I was 16, if I'd have been confident with something I was doing at 16, put it on the internet, like, can I ever get rid of it?
yeah.
But like when I was getting out of the music scene, like it was like right at the era where you could put music on like your MySpace page.
Yes.
That was like huge.
Yeah.
You know, like you could instantly get it to people like, you know, around the world. Like I still have contacts to this day of people that like loved the stuff that was on our MySpace that like still keep in touch with us.
Yeah, Tom.
No,
Top
I
eight.
wish,
Top
Tom.
eight.
But like more than 5 people. You know what I mean? But
That's
like
a lot.
from like
More than 5 is a lot.
Yeah, from like 2004, 2005 that are still hit, like, hey, you guys working on it? Any chance of anything? That'll like still hit us up.
I don't think there's more than 5 people from like high school I contact that much.
Yeah, and I mean it's like once a year maybe
Yeah, but
or something.
still,
But yeah.
Even then,
Yep.
I might see them and not say anything. All right, this is maybe a little more serious topic. Well, my dad's recovering great.
That's
after
great.
his
Surgery?
he's surgery. Like from week 1 to week 2 was iffy as we knew it would be.
Was this the knee replacement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 full knee replacement, and he's gonna get the other one sometime this year. Hopefully, I want him to get it done, and then he can start traveling, and we can start traveling. Hopefully by the end of the year, he's started walking without the walker, just have it nearby. Because even last week he was like having it and just pushing it along just in case, and he's doing great. And you can visually see that like,
Makes sense.
one leg is normal looking and the other is like Super Bowl leg, the bad
that.
one. So, and yeah, so
Well, not the
so it's
bow-legged
good.
one, but I love
Yeah,
that one.
but we're gonna get that fixed in a few months. So I'm glad he's doing good. But I mean, hanging out with him a lot, which is good. Except like I've always known this, but I don't that like I really can't stand my mom's politics. Not all of it. Not that she's bad per se, but I think she might be ignorant to a lot of stuff and or just biased. So, but like it's hard to avoid when you talk to someone a lot.
Dude, I told you my like I have the line that was said to me from my father that shaped my entire political opinion for the rest of my life was said to me when I was in, I think, 4th or 5th grade, and couldn't be further from where he is now. But there was in my in the county that my father was a firefighter, there were the two people that were running for county executive, the Democrat and the Republican, were having a thing for kids. Each one of them, like super cool, super fucking cool. They came out and like schools could take a field trip to this thing and like hear them speak and whatever. And then the kids had like a mock vote, you know, and but you got to like learn a little bit about like the process and everything. It's like one of those things from like my elementary school that wasn't even part of my school, but we just went to it. That was like,
I remember something like that.
it was like it had an impact on me. But so there was a Republican candidate and a Democrat candidate, and I knew my father was a registered Republican. So I'll be honest with you, I didn't pay a whole ton of attention to what they were saying, but I did pay attention to the process of like how this works. And I voted for the Republican candidate. And I came home and my dad said like, well, you know, who'd you vote for? And I was like, well, I voted for the Republican. And he's like, well, why? And I was like, well, because you're a Republican. Like, we're Republicans, so I voted for the Republican. And he was like, that Republican is not good for his firefighting organization. And he was like, so it's actually, if that person wins, it's going to do damage to our life. You never vote based on your party. You only vote based on your principles. And it shaped my entire political view for the rest of my life. And now that statement from him, it would be unrecognizable.
Right. Because now it's party over everything.
Correct.
I wish everyone was taught that growing up. I think it helped that I wasn't indoctrinated in the system or know about the system too much later because I'm not from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Jersey?
But yeah, I mean, not even her about her. It's not not about her American politics. Actually, I have also shifted somewhat, like over the years. I
think that's called growth.
Yeah, right. And she used to be very Republican. Like, I mean, not that she would call herself Republican, but she was very conservative,
had a lot of conservative
in her views.
Yeah.
But she's changed a lot over the years, especially about like immigrations and stuff like that. Because like, you know, I think it's common knowledge for like people who came here legally, like a lot of us get mad about it's illegal immigrants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she was one of them. And like I am somewhat I see both sides.
Aren't you something?
But then she ended up having employees who were illegal. But they had documents, but they were not right. But she was like, well, they're paying American taxes, so that's okay, right? So she makes them pay properly. She doesn't pay them on the table,
Right.
So you however you get your documentation, get them, and I can hire you.
Right.
And then she sees that they're good people who's just trying to work hard and work dog shit hard, just to support, you know.
So I don't think, like, and I don't need to get into a deep immigration conversation, but like, I don't think just because you break laws makes you a bad person.
That too.
It just makes you a lawbreaker.
Two things can be true. Yeah.
You know, like I know I have known in my life drug dealers that I would let watch my kids at the drop of a hat. Like people that I, in my mind, how I judge people have this sort of like honor, integrity, and things that I look for in a person, but they are 100% breaking the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they got pinched for breaking the law, I'd be like, good guy though. You know, like,
He's such a good neighbor. Kept to himself.
You know?
Chimped his law.
It's also weird to me that so we can make all these laws, right? And I say we, the royal we,
and you think they'll save you,
right? So, just like the immigration policy, like as a country, lawmakers can make this like obtuse, unfollowable, like a system that's so mired down that you can't do anything, and then effectively just end immigration legally, right? And then people that have been here or trying to come here, who spent a lot of time and resources trying to follow it the right way, are now stuck where do they just give up on
Right.
everything they've done?
I don't think
Or do they just break this law that might change in 3 years?
I think that if you had a conversation with anybody that wasn't like a fully fledged gang member of their political side, you'd be hard pressed to find a person who doesn't think we need an immigration overhaul on the way that the process is done. You know, so I
one way or
And in the
another.
same-
Yeah.
And in the same way, like a law could be made that says creating an unlicensed podcast in your basement is now illegal. Right. And then all of a sudden
yeah, and it doesn't make me bad people.
you're stuck in a spot where you're like, well, technically I'm violating the law.
Yeah, but it does make me a lawbreaker.
so
You know, and if I get pinched for it, you can sit there and say, well, the law's unfair, but I still broke the law.
Right.
You know, like it's like,
I mean, it's a country's right, not necessarily in general, a sovereign country to be. If they want to close the borders, they can. If they want to.
yeah. And
Like,
actually,
there's a lot of countries known to be xenophobic or like you can't immigrate there.
And
And
there's-
there's just not a thing.
there's also not one country, I think, on this planet where they have great relationships with all of their neighbors due to people either coming in or going out.
Yeah.
Like it's
just
not
the
it's
way-
not a unique problem here.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean. It's
I
like,
mean, we're fine with it.
it's just
Canadians, I
tribalism.
guess.
It's just humanity tribalism extrapolated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so since then, several years back, she shifted to be like tolerant or like understanding of illegal immigrants.
Oh, so like
And-
when they get more nuance, when people get more nuance,
Yes.
then they,
Yeah, but we
start
still
seeing
don't-
that it's not as,
obviously-
it's not as black or white,
But I mean, obviously, everyone can agree that the bad ones are bad,
Sure.
right?
Well, until you start looking at the nuance of that.
I mean, there are some where it's beyond new. It's like
No,
with
I'm
me,
just saying that-
villains in general. It doesn't matter how good you are in other aspects. Once you've done this one thing, you're irredeemable to me.
To you.
To me.
I think there are some irredeemable things, but I agree with your in terms of having a conversation that's easy to digest.
Yeah.
I understand your position.
Our lines
and
might
agree.
be different. Our lines might be a
Correct.
different place, but we all have a line. Where
Correct. We all have a line where we're like, you're-
you blew up an elementary school with all the kids in it. There's no coming back from that.
Right.
So there's a line where we can all agree. Like over
Right.
there, we can all agree over there.
Right.
Like if you slapped somebody who was yelling at you,
Then it's like, okay, well, why were they yelling at you? Or
exactly.
know,
so
yeah,
so there's like at extremes there are things that most people can agree on.
So I just finished watching Homeland, right?
Love it with Claire Danes.
Claire Danes, great actress.
How's that impression? I said to that lady that she's really good at it.
perfect.
Yeah.
So in the last season, there is a guy that's in a terrorist organization, right? He's in the Taliban, and he is
You're a Taliban.
so he is he was part of this like the old idea of the Taliban, without getting too much into the details of the show. So the leadership of the Taliban wanted to stop fighting and wanted to say, hey, let's make a peace deal. Like we've kicked out all the people we didn't want, and we just want to have our own spot. And then that guy's son, the leader, has him killed, and now he's taken over, and he's like the radical side. So the father's right-hand man is now the right-hand man to the son, right? And he's disagreeing with him on the new direction or the old direction. And that guy takes prisoner his kids and says, I'm going to kill your kids unless you drive this car full of explosives into this checkpoint. So he ends up committing murder.
Yeah.
But the nuance is he didn't want to.
Right.
It's about saving his kids. And that's where like I was saying, like the new, like when you get into that stuff, there's still nuance, and that line gets harder. Like the more you go in, it gets blurrier and like,
Unless you have a strong stance on stuff.
but yeah, you said like, blows up a
Elementary school.
elementary school.
It's like
but
for me, I've said for years that it's not an excuse to me. I don't. There's part of humanity, and like I don't say evil, but part of the I think the negative side of humans is same as the positive side. It's like the ones you love. I think in order to save the one you love, you have to sacrifice a bunch of other people. That makes you a bad person to me. I know that you're doing the right thing for you, and that this for most people, yeah, you're gonna save your kids by fucking with all these other people. I understand why you do it, but I still think it's not right.
Do you
you're
think
not justified to do
do
it?
you think? Hold on, because just to clarify, could you do anything for love, but you couldn't do that?
Title of the show.
And I'm not saying that the action is all.
There's nuance, but like it
gets harder and harder to say definitively that is a bad person.
For me, I do, because I'm judgmental, and I know that my stance isn't the right one. It's right for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to argue if someone else says no, because I understand it can be a gray area, but I already have a stance on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are ultimate rights and wrongs to me, and having reasons are not the same thing as having excuses, right? We've always been taught that.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah. Just because you have a reason to do something doesn't excuse you from your action. Just because you have
it doesn't make the reason meaningless either.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
but it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right? Like, I don't care if you.
But I do think even
it's awful that you're beat as a child, but as you grow up and you beat your child, I don't give a fuck. You're beating your child. I don't care why.
I've had situations with younger people at my job where I've been around older people and criticizing an action of a younger person.
Yeah.
And the person goes to tell you their thoughts as to why they did something. And I've seen an older person hit that, like not what you're talking about, but that's just why I wanted to make the delineation there, is that I've had older people be like, no excuses. And I've had to be like, look, he's not trying to make an excuse.
Yeah.
He's just trying to tell you why.
Yes,
He's
it's
not saying that, you know, and it's different. It is different.
An excuse is to like try to minimize your accountability. A reason is just to tell you
Why.
Why.
Yep. Explanation.
Yeah, but accepting the responsibility.
Correct.
Yes, that's a difference.
Yep.
And I respect that.
Correct.
Yes. But
And I'm just to clarify, I'm not saying that horrible acts can be justified.
no, but there are
things.
nuance to why people do certain things. I understand
to understand why people do things is to actually understand the nuance, and it's really hard when you take a 10,000-foot view and look at it and say all of that was bad, and without coming in and say like, well, what caused it.
But that's why we have appointed people in judgment situations where hopefully they can make some sort of choice as to say, given all of this information, here is the punishment.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
That's why we have that's why we need algorithms and AI to do it for us. You know?
Mandatory minimums.
But and back to my mom thing, and it's not even about this what I'm talking about, but just to get through the topic. It's that, like, and now with the ICE things and stuff, and she's like more and more sympathetic towards immigrants in general, while still being against illegal immigrations and the bad guys, but much more sympathetic.
Yeah, two things can be true.
Yeah. And which it's good to see that for someone to change. Maybe it's because I'm biased and I'm on that stance, so it's good to see someone come on my side. But it's good to see someone be able to change their stance given more information.
I also think that generally speaking, like, you know, most criminals, unless it's a violent act, you know, and I'm when I say criminals, I'm lowercase c. Yeah. Most people that break the law should still be treated decently throughout the process
100%.
of the punishment being handed out. Like, now, if you murder someone, you rape someone, you beat someone to oblivion, you destroy someone's life.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm a little bit more with the stern punishment. But like, if you're even if you're speeding, you know, and you get pulled over, like, I mean, my general opinion is like, you don't deserve necessarily as just a human being walking this planet. Like, what's the issue? Was it like, you know, like good morning, like, you know, do you know how fast you were going? And a lot of cops will do that, you know. Hey man, do you know how fast you were going? You know, they'll start there. But like, I just think that in general, like, you know, just people should, like, just because you're a criminal doesn't make you less human. However, there are some criminal acts. There are some criminal acts where you start to lose a bit of your humanity to me.
That's my problem with white collar criminals being treated too nicely. They should be treated just as badly as violent criminals because they are destroying people's lives. You just can't see it on their bodies. A lot of times.
Yeah, but so when you start talking about nuance, though, that gets way more nuanced.
When you cause a lot of people to lose their entire retirement, like, you should get your ass beat, at least, to me, on purpose, for your own gains. But, like, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, once again, I had to say, like,
that's a whole other topic.
It's so complicated.
It is extremely complicated. But I say all this to say this. She's never changed her stance on China, and I fucking can't stand it. I can't fucking...
Really?
It,
Is she a loyalist to China?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, and it
I find that surprising.
I'm getting heated just thinking about it. She loves the idea of China and being Chinese, and I fucking can't stand it. Especially when things come up, like the Taiwan issue. As always, she's like, "Yeah, Taiwan should just be Chinese. They belong." Like, what do you mean? They're a small island. It's China's. China can have it.
China can have it.
And I'm like,
get-
what?
it's also
Because the
weird.
rising tensions with the Japan thing, and she's like, Japan stay out of the business. I'm like, China should stay out of Taiwan's business.
Yeah, I can has Taiwan.
Yeah.
It's also weird to think that like the Democratic People's Republic of China
Yeah,
is also synonymous with the Chinese people.
yeah.
Like it's just a in power government.
But that's that with every
Yeah.
country. But when you talk about a country like the great capital C, China,
No,
you're
but
talking
I'm
about the
saying, like,
government.
The idea of she's the idea of China and being Chinese and everything like that is like, so she's just like it's just conflating those two.
It's nationalism. Is Americans are like
Correct.
that.
I think when I'm listening to
Americans
you
are known
talk,
for that.
when I listen to you talk, I'm like, man, because the disdain for she loves being Chinese and this. I'm like, well, because on one hand, I'm like, well, yeah, I get that. It's like one of the most ancient civilizations of all time that like have been responsible for so much of the progression of the world's understanding of mathematics and all of these. Like there's plenty to be proud of there. But then when you start talking about the government, it's like that dude said. I told you at the place, he was like, good people, bad government.
So my thing is like, so I like the idea of like what the United States was founded on.
Yeah, same.
Right. I don't particularly like this regime.
No.
Right. And I can separate the two
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
say, I like the idea,
Yeah.
the historical idea of America, of the United States. I don't really think we're going in the right direction right now.
No.
So I can separate those 2
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't really, but my issue is when I start getting into that, and it's just like I don't even know what direction
Where
I've
we're
been.
going.
I don't know what direction I've ever been like. We're doing it now. Do you know what I mean? Like we're on the right path. This guy's got us. You know?
And then she was like, "Oh, you know why? Like what Japanese people did to us or China during the war?" I'm like, "That was so long ago." She was like, "Doesn't matter how long ago it was. Okay, if we don't care about how long ago something was done, what have China done? What about them?
Vietnamese.
Yeah, like what about all the shit China has done and is currently doing?"
I know what the Thai
She doesn't
recently.
Yeah, she doesn't fucking care about that because she's she's just being fucking Chinese, and I hate it.
Yeah. There's no
It
like
fucking makes me so mad.
when you look at like
And we are here. I just want to say, why the fuck are we here then? You know, and she always fantasized about retiring, moving back to China. I'm like, but you're not though, are we? You're not going to fucking China to get my dad's knee replaced, are you? You're going to fucking Georgetown University, aren't you? I want to say all that shit, but like I don't need. Like, I love my mom.
Of course.
Aside from this, I have great relation. I don't need to fuck that up. I just need her to stop talking about China.
right.
And China keeps fucking coming up.
It's one of the
And
things
like, seeing someone's cognitive dissonance is really infuriating. It's like
I think-
I am literally here making $100,000+ a year, driving a car, having a house because I'm not there. None of what we have now. What we have, we would be in a fucking tiny apartment scraping by if we were in fucking Hong Kong still.
I think that
100%.
when you think of people,
Ugh.
when you
Fuck.
start thinking of people in nationalism or nationalities or cultures, ethnicities, however you want to define groups of people over time, there are no heroes and villains, and yet everyone's a hero and everyone's a villain. Like, it's very, very difficult to start looking at historical places that have been in the mix, right? There's some island in the coast of nowhere that's still like, you know what I mean? They haven't figured out numbers yet or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're
Like-
like doing great.
or you know what I mean?
The
Right.
Sentinel Islands.
Perfect. You know, whatever. But like, if you've been in the mix,
Yeah.
right? Like most people are, most groups of people are responsible for
Some kind of atrocity.
and some sort of contribution.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and everybody is the product of that.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, so that's. Oh, and speaking of the since we're on the politics thing, I just want to get off my chest, I guess. It's weird to and this is a lowercase b bad guys? 'Cause I'm not really saying we're bad guys. We're not a bad guy, but you don't have to be a bad guy. It's Zangief. Is it weird to know when you as a representative of your country, when you are the bad guy, and wonder how others feel about it? You know,
I think I always think in those terms.
like we're the bad guys. Is this a weird realization sometimes? We're the bad guys.
Not that I think that we're necessarily the bad guys. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But I think with most things that we do, I'm always asking, does this make us the bad guy to someone?
Yes. Well, to someone versus, I mean, there is.
To most people is the question now.
Yeah.
Fair. I think you could say that for probably the past 60 years.
So like you're all like as long as you're making like definitive action on a global scale, like somebody's always going to think that you're like, if you're forcing something, somebody's always going to you're a bad guy to them.
Right.
Yeah. But it's a general consensus kind of thing. Maybe.
But like if you're an overall negative,
Right.
Yes.
So which is there a certain scenario in particular?
No, it's just with everything going on in the world
everything.
right now. And also, two things can be true at the same time. Like, I know I'm not really talking about the fucking Venezuela thing. It can be bad you invade a country. At the same time, it could be a good dictatorship move. Two things can be true.
Yeah.
It's like I
was
don't
just
have to
having
talk
this-
about that, but I'm saying, like...
Yeah, I don't need to get too deep in the woods with it, but I'm sure people are expected to hear a bit about it. I just want to reiterate what I said to Farrell this morning is that I'm really torn on that one.
Yeah.
Because,
President.
for one, have you ever seen a good guy in a Nike tech suit?
I think Nike specifically made those suits for villains. They knew the demographic.
Okay. Secondly, that aside, right? If I were to well, you try not to see in color. If I were to try not to see in Nike tech suits, I would. I'm really torn on it because I don't really subscribe to any political party, but according to our charting that we did, our political compass, like I align more with a libertarian view, right? And similarly to my alignment on that compass, my thoughts on most matters involving international shit is stay the fuck out of people's business.
Yeah.
And
if you want people to say yours,
and if anybody tests the dog, bite them, and then go back into the doghouse. However, I also recognize the damage that this individual has done to their. So it's like you, a bad person doing bad things to a lot of people has now stopped.
and a lot of people are celebrating.
And a lot of people are celebrating, but it's also none of my fucking business.
Yeah.
Right? And it's
Yeah, two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
Like,
so I'm really internally torn on this one.
Also-
which as a human going through the human experience, I'm enjoying.
It's like a kind of a tactical achievement, ain't it?
Not really.
No,
I think so. If you compare it to a lot of military operations that we've done, it's one.
we always hand fist a lot of things.
Yeah, look at that Osama one. You got fucking helicopters crashing in the front yard.
But
who did the check on this?
if I were to rank the different militaries in the world, I'm not sure Venezuela would be on the first page.
No,
neither would Afghanistan.
Right, but the amount of operations that the United States carried out in Afghanistan that that most people either know or don't know about that went off in a similar kind of fashion where Delta or SEAL teams went in, carried out, did some action, grabbed a person, moved on, no real casualties, no serious damage kind of stuff. Like,
they weren't able to do that with Saddam.
I'll tell you, as a layman as a layman, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. It is the leader of a country.
I'm on the Ukraine side of that argument.
Did you see that Venezuela shot their own drones down?
I did not. But
They got confused in the whole assault and shot their own drones down.
But two things can be true.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not like. So it is impressive to carry out that military operation, but it isn't like, holy shit, that was amazing.
No, but it's still
but it's impressive.
Credit was credit's due, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So the majority of the people protecting, whatever Maduro or whatever his name is,
It's Mongiorno. It's a shot you take in your stomach.
were Cuban.
Oh yeah.
He didn't trust the Venezuelan military.
Oh
But-
yeah, but they've been in cahoots,
Right, but I'm just saying, like, so it's and it's all like old Russian technology that they're using there. We're on like Gen 7, they're on Gen 2.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of
But
Flex
still,
on
I mean, we
America.
were on Gen 7. What the fuck is Afghanistan on? And but we crashed a helicopter in the front yard.
well, that was Pakistan.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Same.
You're right. Pakistan, but still,
Pakistan would be on like Gen 5.
okay. But those motherfuckers weren't Pakistani.
What do you mean?
The people, that camp that we went into, it was in Pakistan, but we weren't going to necessarily like.
You weren't
we
fighting
were,
Pakistan.
We were strategically trying to get a person.
Right.
Similarly different, but similarly to us strategically trying to get a person over here. And over here, we
were
didn't.
going into Pakistan, and
There was no helicopter crash on the front yard of Maduro's house. Is what I'm saying.
Right,
We
what
didn't
I'm
lose a
telling
single
you
piece of
is
equipment, is that what he said?
Pakistan has better air defenses than.
but we didn't get shot down.
It was also a brand new technology for the stealth helicopter.
But it didn't go off without a hitch. Is my point. It didn't go
fucked up.
like this went pretty smoothly. Like it's a pretty complicated mission. And it went really well objectively. Take the players out of it. If it was
not that whether it should have been done or not, but like just
correct.
the job itself.
Correct. Like I
Because
can't knock
I
them.
can't.
Like,
I'm not know where I stand on. Whether
I see
the
a
job
lot of
should be done yet or
jobs
not.
done more poorly on a regular basis.
I'm not saying that it wasn't. So they flew it in Chinooks. Chinooks are.
He is
horrible.
the boss in Mortal Kombat 4. I
Yes,
believe.
he is. He is. He's when red. He's got a hat.
He does have a hat.
Chinooks are terrible. You know,
Specifically him.
Yeah, that guy.
we used to
I
call
like
them
the way vibing over here, Bobby.
shit hooks. But anyway, it's a dumb thing to debate. But
Yeah.
so the whole
It's
thing,
more of a mission accomplished than the last time some guy said mission accomplished.
That's true.
it's still early to say mission accomplished.
I mean,
when
this
you overthrow
particular-
No, in terms of the
Yeah.
specific mission.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that one thing.
Yeah, of the one thing.
Let's see if he actually gets
Yeah, who knows?
convicted of anything, or if
Yeah.
we just brought this guy to New York and then he's going to be here now.
Well, he's not just here.
He's hanging out with Diddy, right?
He's here hanging out with Diddy, Luigi.
yeah.
Hold on, there's somebody. Oh no, him. Okay, so Nike in the Nike tech suit. In my mind, he's still in the Nike tech suit. They didn't put him in orange jumper or anything.
Well, it's an orange Nike tech.
Well, he just came in the Nike tech suit. They brought out the jumper and they were like, you know what, good enough. And they
he turned it inside out. It's a reversible. It's orange on the other side.
Actually, that would be a great move for Nike to do that.
Yes.
and guess who else is his fourth at the spades
I
table
don't
now?
remember.
As of I think yesterday, if not yesterday, the day before, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
That's this sounds like they're assembling a team for something.
If I were to write this movie, you would call me an idiot.
What kind of bullshit crossover is this?
So it's all going to deal with a spades tournament between P. Diddy, Luigi, Maduro, and Tekashi 6ix9ine. Are you going to fund this movie?
So my point earlier this morning was, if we're going to be the world police, right, then we need to try to keep that moral compass with everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's upsetting to me when we say, we want sovereignty, all this other stuff,
yep.
and then we go into another country.
I agree.
I agree.
And take that person and then bring them back, and then now we're going to try that person under our laws, which, as far as I know, he doesn't have to fucking follow.
Correct.
Right.
I agree.
Yep.
Right.
No, 100%.
And then at the
100%
same
agree.
time, 24, 36, or 48 hours later, we're taking a Russian tanker, and then I know that, because people fact check it and everything, it was previously unaffiliated, just recently affiliated under the Russian flag.
Uh-huh.
But at the time that we took it, it was underneath the Russian flag, meaning that it has certain protections under international law. And we're going to take those people and we're going to arrest those people and we're going to prosecute them from international waters operating under a different country's rule set.
Yep.
And it's like, how can all these things be happening at the same time?
Yep. I agree.
All the while, our shit isn't straight at home. That's my problem
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah. Well, that's my libertarian issue.
So it's like,
we gotta take it. Like, we have all these resources. What about us?
so it's like all those things happening at once doesn't make a continuous story. Like we're kind of all over the place.
We are. And there's also if we can't get our shit straight at home, what position are we in to judge other people?
And who are we to say China can't take Taiwan now?
Yep. Yep.
Right, we just
Which
fucking
I think they're
invaded-
using that. I think China's using that as that's a good example of what we can do with Taiwan.
Yeah, so
I'm
we just
oh,
invaded
great.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Took their fucking president.
Yeah.
legal or not, right or wrong, good or bad.
Yeah.
Remove that person.
Yeah.
Said we're going to run their fucking country for
Yeah,
them,
that's the crazy part to
right?
me.
We're going to put our companies in to get their oil and the profits from that. Trump has recently said that he's going to put it.
I think that all that stuff, I understand what Trump said, but all that stuff about putting our companies there, I think that we should stay away from that sort of talk, because that's like what we think is going to, as opposed to what is happening. Let's
So
just stick to what's
It's been
happening.
reported that would happen, but again, it's like do what I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those nice resources over there. And then I'm gonna come in
And like I said, I think there's a lot of evidence, and that's why I don't want to get into the what ifs, because I think there's a lot of evidence to suggest it's less about taking resources and more about preventing others from getting them.
right. And,
You know.
and yeah, we talked about all
Yeah.
that other stuff, but so it just doesn't pass the sniff test, not even the nuance test.
No,
Right? It's like
we don't have
right
a good
away.
track record as a country for that kind of thing.
This is where, and this is where I go back to square zero, where and I'm enjoying the process for myself, just battling with it. But my brain is telling me bad idea, and my heart is telling me thank God.
Yeah, two things can be.
And I'm just enjoying continuing to be challenged as a human being.
I just think there's other ways to try to affect positive change than us stepping in as the paternalistic kind of big daddy in the region and just forcing it.
If there was another president that was wearing a Nike tech suit, who do you think it would be?
Oh, of
Nixon.
any country?
Or a ruler?
Oh, no, yeah.
See, here's where, in my mind, Vladimir would look good in a Nike tech suit,
Yeah.
but why would he pass up the tracksuit?
Yes. There's no, we can't.
You can't.
It's got to be the tracksuit.
Also, I could see Vladdy Boy running around in like a tracksuit that looks like a suit. But it's like he still wants to have that like super professional look,
Yeah.
but it's stretchy and soft.
Keep the cameras 100 feet back.
The tie is just painted on. So you can just like rip off the top and ride a horse shirtless at any moment.
What else you got, Joey?
I think that's enough out of me.
All right. Farrell, what do you got?
So as far as things watch, I already said that I finished all 8 or 9 seasons of Homeland.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed the political, like, world politics stuff, right? Because they jump into this whole, the Taliban shoots down the president's helicopter because he's in Afghanistan trying to sign a peace deal. And there's people in the government that want to lay blame on the people that they don't like. And then like the Taliban takes credit for it. And they're like, see, they're taking credit for it. And to justify this whole operation of like, instead of the drawback, let's do a troop surge. And then, members of the intelligence community are going like, I wouldn't do that. Like, none of this has been vetted. We're still gathering information. And then they finally find that it was just a regular crash.
Yeah.
Just a mechanical failure of a helicopter, and it crashed.
On the Osama's front lawn.
On the side. And then like seeing that like all this stuff that took in that show that brought the U.S. Almost to nuclear war with Pakistan, like right up to the brink, and it's just interesting that you can see the similarities to, because like this show ended in 2016 or something like that, so you can see even stuff that happened after that was written where you're like, wow, like,
Yeah.
know.
That's always cool.
Yeah.
so that was kind of fun, even though Claire Danes great
Was not fun.
at playing a crying woman. So yeah, and then I watched Tom Segura's latest stand-up.
How was that?
Teacher. Fucking terrible.
He's the whole group of those guys has fallen off for me.
Yeah, and it's like
They're getting more and more out of touch, and I feel like
the original Segura specials were fantastic.
Yeah, from like 10, 15 years ago.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, they were great.
Right. But this one was almost like if you took a star athlete
Uh-huh.
who retired, stopped practicing, stopped playing, did normal things, went and sat, like just sat down, and then 15 years later brought him back and put him in an all-star game. And it's like, you didn't prep at all for this.
Right.
Like the writing was terrible. His delivery was off.
I'll be honest with you.
He's getting-
I've never been a big fan.
I liked a couple of his things
So
early on.
even when it was similar to like when it was like we're having a discussion and The Last Jedi comes up and I'm like, oh Christ, I'm gonna have to give my opinion on this. Even when it was during that era, he never quite did it for me.
Yeah. So, but he had,
And that's not to say I've never found him funny.
yeah.
but-
So he at least had written stories, right? And now it's just like, so my kids did this, and you're like, I was like, this is like talking to somebody that I'm not really friends with, and then they tell me all the things about their kids, and I've never met their kids. Where I was like, I don't care.
yeah.
So that was,
Except when Louis C.K. does it, I love it.
Yes, but he's funny though.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I'm not a big fan of like just talking about your family nonstop either. But
makes
for
it
some
funny.
reason, when he does it,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm living in the house with him. It's a storytelling. It's art of storytelling.
yeah. So he just has lost a step with that,
Yeah.
and then coupled with not actually putting in a ton of effort to writing the story, it just comes
He's too
off.
comfortable and rich now,
Yeah, and I think it was just
and
a
out of
money grab.
practice.
Yeah.
The same.
And
way,
the sad thing is, he doesn't need the money.
No.
A lot of these people that do things for money don't need the money. Is the sad part. Like, and it's to shit on your own legacy.
yeah, and similarly, like I watched a clip of Chappelle this morning.
Oh, he did a new thing, right?
Yeah, and he still got it.
Yeah.
So it's not to
Yeah,
say
Some
that
people
I
are just
really want
funny.
to see that because I heard it's not his funniest.
I mean,
I've
you
heard
can't
it's-
always be a funniest.
Sure,
But it's kinda-
I've heard it's almost more of a TED. Comes across more of a TED talk than it does like a was what I heard. I heard it comes across as a really good TED talk,
Yeah, yeah.
just not necessarily the funniest TED talk you ever heard.
I mean, that's the problem with a lot. There's a crossover problem with stand up and that nowadays.
But apparently, a fair portion of it is a commentary on the Saudi Arabia thing, and that's
Oh.
the part I'm most interested in hearing. Just to
So and that I mean, to me that's valid because he
Yeah.
went and performed there, got a lot of flack for it.
yeah.
And now he's just explaining his thought process and the experience of it.
Yeah, and to me, even when it came up and we were all kind of bummed with the names that were on the list, I was like, well, it matters to me what's said on that stage and why they did it.
Right.
So if this is an explanation that whether I approve or disapprove, I get it. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So that's really all. The Homeland thing was probably 100 fucking hours.
I get the explanation, not that I get the understanding of why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work has been like frustrating recently. I've been like incredibly busy with producing the stuff that I produce. But I keep finding myself in these situations where I have customers that will put in this large order, right? And they'll say, "Hey, I want this all as one order, but I need this stuff right away." So it's a fucking emergency that I make 16, 20 hours worth of stuff. The rest of this stuff I'll take in a couple of weeks, which is good for me because this is going to take 100% of my attention. And like you have an order and you have an order and half of each are super critical that this happens right now. So I can't just focus and I put 60 hours into Joey's work and then come back and say, okay, Bobby, now I'm going to start your critical half and then your not so critical half. So I end up doing
You have to juggle.
your critical and your critical. And then I come back and go, you're non-critical and you're non-critical.
Yeah. Having to juggle stuff.
But for billing, it looks like I've done nothing. So while I have sent $30,000 worth of product out in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I have billed for like 5,000.
Oh,
And so I'm getting a lot of pressure from my boss. Like, hey man, what the fuck's going on? And I go, look, I've made a ton of shit. The orders aren't complete. They don't want to pay. They didn't want to do partial orders. Why don't you call them and figure out a partial payment thing.
Because you're not the billing department.
Right. I'm not billing.
Yeah.
I just receive orders and fulfill them.
Yeah. You
I
do
fill out the
production.
paperwork, set it up to him to do whatever he does with it.
Yeah.
And then also I run into this thing where I'll have customers call me and say, hey, are you ever going to fucking bill me for that thing you did 3 months ago? And then I call him and I'm like, hey, so-and-so is calling about this bill. And he's like, oh, I just completely forgot.
Oh,
So it's like, it's like, I don't know what to do.
yeah.
Right.
Who
'Cause it's like-
who can you please?
yeah. Like I'm getting the stuff to the end user so that,
That's your main thing, your priority,
right.
which is good.
So
that
that's,
you're getting that
if
done.
I focus on that, I feel
In many
like I'm
ways, the
good.
customer's the boss.
Right. They're always right.
Ugh.
But then at the same time, it's like, well, there's like, you're not making enough money. And I go, well, I feel like I am. And then we find things that he just forgot to bill. And then there's things that he wants to bill, but we can't bill. So I'm like, fuck. And then we were supposed to have a conversation yesterday about commission on some stuff that I sold that is not in my job description, like $250,000 worth of product, not in my job description. And we were all set up for a meeting. And then an hour after that meeting, and I was at the main facility, I called to say like, hey, where are you? You're like an hour late for our meeting. And he said, oh, I'm leaving a place that's 90 minutes from where the shop
What
is.
the fuck?
Do you want to wait for me? And I was like, do you want me to stay here after I'm supposed to be going home to have a meeting with you that was scheduled for 2 hours before I leave to go home
Yeah.
about compensating me for the extra work that I did last year? Like, it just feel like you can pay me $200 cash to stay,
Right.
Yeah.
but you owe me.
All right. You already over.
The meeting was about what you owe
You
me,
owe, yeah.
not how much more I can give you before we talk about what you owe.
Right.
And then I had a conversation while I was waiting with another guy there that was telling me, so he's a shop manager at the other facility, about what he thought was a fair compensation package and then what his honest expectation of what I might get. And let's just say the numbers are pretty far off. So a little depressing.
That's fucked.
And then also to get the do more,
Expect less.
expect less,
It's American way. Well, that was the
allow
American way.
allow me to make critical mistakes in the same category. You're not allowed any.
Yep.
And then also I need you on Sunday. And I was like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's getting really fucking old.
It's and I think that's one of the things I've been struggling with in 2025 that I'm trying to, and I'll be honest with you, I think it's reflected how I've treated myself in 2025, which is one of the reasons why I'm trying to get a grip on my eating is feeling valued. And I think that when you feel unvalued at worst and undervalued at best, right? That's your best option versus your worst option. It's after a prolonged exposure to that, you almost start to buy it. You start to buy into it.
Right.
And then you start to undervalue yourself, and then you treat yourself accordingly. And that's what I think I finally started to figure it out, and I'm trying to get out of. So I feel for you when you say that, because it sounds like an undervalue of what you're bringing to the table.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, recently it's been, I think my coping mechanism is to do less so that I feel like what I am doing is properly compensated.
Yeah, I mean that's how you get bad employees. Is you hear that often. People say, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about this.
But then they end up feeling. I mean, like, and it's a terrible thing to say, but then they end up feeling appropriately valued.
Right.
Yep.
And that's the
problem.
that's the conundrum recently.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been tough, and it's also tough because it's like the thing that I'm doing. I didn't start it, but I have taken it to the level that it's at. So I feel like there's some ownership behind the brand that I am creating.
Yes.
And the more that I do less to feel properly compensated, the more it's hurting that brand. So it's like it's a double-edged.
It is double-edged sword, but it's also like a balance. Like it's right. It's not good.
Yeah, but I
that's
guess
that's a
the,
right.
the problem is, right, is like, so he's feeling undervalued by the machine.
Yeah.
Right. But he's actually taking a stake in the value
Yeah.
of what he's producing.
Yeah,
So when he doesn't put forth the effort, then he feels undervalued on that end. So
Yeah.
it's like there's no way to win.
I mean, that's
That sucks.
that's this. I don't know. It's not capitalism.
It's like-
whatever.
it's like
it's a
coming to
system of how
terms.
business is. It
It's
seems
like it's almost coming to terms with what it's like and it's no right or wrong. It's like an internal question of like what do I get more out of?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I used to say that, you know, one of the biggest benefits of my job is the flexibility that I have.
Yeah.
Right. To come do this, to do other things. But even now, it's like it's not a benefit to me anymore. Right. Because it's just, I go there and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's been a struggle. And I wish that I would have gone out on my own. Like,
I think there's a lot of reason. That's the reason why a lot of people do
4
go
or
out on
5
their own. For
years
people who
ago.
are hardworking and have like standards.
but
I
it's
mean, you have a strong network.
but it's unfair to myself now to say I should have gone out on my own 5 years ago because I didn't know how
hindsight.
big I could have built the business. Like at the time, 5 years ago, that'd have been incredibly dangerous, right? Because I was making $1,000 a week in product,
Yeah.
and to take on a potential $200,000, like you can't pay yourself and pay off $200,000
Yeah.
in loans, making $1,000 a week.
Right.
Right. Now, I could 100% have done that knowing what the potential was for the market.
I mean, that's the gamble
now.
of entrepreneurship, right? Some people are willing to take that risk, right or wrong. Because, like,
Dude, at any time
when it fails, you fuck your life. You fucked your life. You
and
know?
not for nothing, like anytime, like because I've had a lowercase e a little bit of experience doing this now, where I've interviewed a lot of people that have started their own business, whether it's been toy companies or distribute whatever, and the one common thread that I find in all of them, whether it's TF Source or fucking Billings who did Titan 1,
Yeah.
is all of them have this one moment where it's like, I either drown or swim tonight. I'm putting my life savings and all this into this move, and this either works out
Or it doesn't.
or it doesn't. And they all take it. And like I think that even I have been faced with that question in doing this stuff,
Yeah.
and I chose the safe route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a decision to just, nope, I'm going to go the sure way, the tried and true, the safe way. And who knows what it would have been had I jumped. Maybe I'd have been fucking entertainment mogul, or maybe I'd have been a bum on the street.
Yeah. That's because whether you're gambling or not,
Yep.
it takes that. It's like
Yep.
great risk, great reward kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
And there's no way you could have seen into the future. And hindsight's always 2020.
yeah. And
It's too
like,
late for that.
so the thing that happened for the big jump was implementing an idea about expanding the network of people that I knew in the industry. And it just took like wildfire. Like, so 80 to 90% of the stuff that I produce is shipped to the West Coast. Right. Less than 5% of my business is within driving range of Maryland. So impossible to know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Impossible to know.
Impossible.
Right. You either just like
met
when you jump into the lake and you don't know if you can swim or
Right. So I happened to meet the right person in California and made a good impression with the first couple of test orders that we did. And then now but it's also terrifying because if that person leaves, there goes 80% of my business.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if I jump ship now,
Yeah.
maintain the relationships,
Still a gamble.
Yeah.
he could be like, hey, by the way, I'm retiring. And then I'm like, well, I've got this like $100,000 CNC machine. You want to like introduce me to the next guy?
Are you looking to buy one?
And he'd be like, no, I'm retiring. Like,
I'm done.
Right.
this is
See
the
ya.
last business phone call I'm taking. Have a great life, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it.
All right. I actually have a little bit of a list this week. Shouldn't take too terribly long though. Let's see. So I told you I wanted to watch all the vacation movies after Christmas Vacation. I have seen them before, but I just couldn't remember them. So I watched them all.
Okay.
I watched Vacation, European Vacation, and Vegas Vacation.
Was this all on YouTube?
No, I had to buy them or rent them. I think I rented them from Amazon Prime. So I can place them in order of funniness.
Okay.
And I would be willing to debate this tooth and nail with anyone. I think I've figured it out. Christmas Vacation is by far the funniest, best overall vacation movie. Easily. Vegas is after it. Then the original, and European is the weakest of the four.
Which one was I think I stabbed my brain?
I don't remember. Because I watched them all like back to back.
Yeah.
And they're all so similar. One of the great things about it, a couple things. One, there's one on European. The way they get to European Vacation is they're on a game show, and the game show host makes a ton of awkward, unacceptable, inappropriate advances towards his daughter. Which, watching it in a 2025 lens, is like, oh my God. I think it's a commentary on the Price is Right guy, because he used to kiss every girl that came up there, whether they wanted it or not.
Yeah.
But it's hard to watch.
But did you see what they were wearing?
I didn't. But I mean, it's even like, you know, I'm 45. I feel like I'm 23 in my mind.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to watch in my 23 brain.
Yeah.
You know.
Ugh.
So that, I said game show host kisses daughter awkwardly long, like a kiss. Vegas Vacation. So another thing that's funny about this, all the kids are different in all the movies.
Okay.
So wife, husband remain the same.
Same. Yeah. But the kids are all.
Kids change, and they comment on it in Vegas Vacation. Chevy Chase says, "You guys are growing up so quick, I can hardly recognize you anymore."
I love when they.
That's fucking great. Love that. One thing, I don't know why
So it wasn't I don't think it was a commentary on
Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. There was another
Was there?
game show.
Oh, that does sound vaguely familiar.
From like the 60s, late 60s. I think it was in black and white at first. With all kids, and it was like, because I remember watching clips of this and being like, "That's creepy as fuck."
Yeah. So a couple more things. I don't think I mentioned this last week. We played Monopoly for New Year's Eve. It's like a family tradition. Leia ended up winning.
Wow.
In part because Laura plays nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like she'll trade property that is at an undervalued. Like it's just the choice.
Nepotism.
Yeah, I guess it irritates me. So the year before, Laura actually didn't land on shit. And we got her the fuck out of there. Like, and she was trying to wheel and deal, and we were like, "Go wheel and deal a seat on that couch while we." You know, because my kids and I, we don't play that shit.
You and the dog, Laura.
Yeah. But she was wheeling and dealing with everybody, gave everybody kind of a fighting chance, and Leia ended up winning. Selena was the first one that lost. She landed on 3 houses on red, was able to barely pay it off, then rounded the corner, landed on a fucking hotel on Park Place. And as soon as she did it, she was like started counting out her money, and like everybody's trying to keep it together, you know, because you don't know whether to laugh or whatever. She's like, and Selena went, "I'm losing my ass over here." It was great. We watched Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
When Yoda pulled out the lightsaber, Leia went to say, "What is he gonna do with that?" But she said, "What is he gonna?" Oh my God! Like when watching him, she was like, "How is he doing that?" Like her mind was like blown. It was great to
He was
watch.
bouncing off the wall.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
Got a force, bro.
I wish I had recorded it. Okay. I had a dream.
You and a couple other famous people.
Yeah, this is fucked up. I'm not sure what was going on here, but it was I was in an isolated cabin, like out in the woods or mountains or
The
somewhere.
last cabin on the left
Yes.
or on the right?
And I'm part of a group. I can't tell you what kind of group. I don't know if it's like a tour group. I don't know if it's a cult. No, like I just couldn't remember. Yeah. And at some point they came in and they were like, "Well, tonight's the night we have to defend." And I was like, "Defend what?" And they're like, "Defend the cabin." And I was like, "Against what?" And they're evil raiders. And I was like, "What?" And like the doors fucking blew open, and these guys came in that looked human, but they were dressed similarly to the guards that protect the Wicked Witch of the West castle. Oh yeah, that lot. And then so I wrote notes. I was in the middle of the night, and I was like, but I got to write this down because I'm going to forget, and I've forgotten most of it. I became one of them.
That tracks.
Not the bad guys, not one of the raiders, but like one of like the let's do it.
Vendors.
There was a guy who they really held to high acclaim in the group. They called him the Keeper of the Night, and who stood on the second floor and stood guard over a safe, a specific like a combination safe.
That's the thing that you're defending the most.
Maybe.
Those
And-
are secrets, Bobby.
The raiders came in, and one of them rode a tiger, and the tiger looked very similar to Battle Cat, but without the armor.
Okay. So Skeletor kind of.
Almost like Cringer, but just a big Cringer, you know. So I came up and I had a stool that was like one that we were eating at for like, but it was very similar to the round ones that used to be down here. And I threw the stool. I was on the second floor, and they burst through the first floor through these doors. I threw the stool off the second. It landed on the tiger's paw. Fucked the tiger up. Like he was like. He was like off. He threw the guy off of his back, and they were like, yeah, like we got a good fighter amongst us, you know? And it was pure luck.
It's just a good toss.
Yeah, it was pure luck because I was super. The tiger came upstairs all fucked up, and I just started stabbing it in the neck with a ballpoint pen. It was like the only thing I had on me, and I was just like, fuck this thing. I started stabbing it in the neck with a ballpoint pen. I didn't have anything else. The raiders eventually overcame me, so to speak.
Whoa.
Asked for the combination to the safe. I said I thought it was never told. I was pretty sure they never told me the combination. Like I legit didn't know. They took the sale of that. But then they left. I was the only survivor. Other people from the
What happened to the Keeper of the Night?
he's gone. Damn. Yeah. So everybody else, there's more of those people that come. They're disappointed in me for not remembering the combination. They told me they gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, but it's a good thing because they didn't get into the safe.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but you didn't even remember it. Like we told it. I was like, what the fuck? I said it's a good thing I didn't remember. Our guys started to mount up to get some of the prisoners back. There was a lot of fur coats. We were outside, mountainous, perhaps Utah, and the leader of the guy that was going to lead us to go get our people back was Keanu Reeves.
This could be John Wick 6. She's just jumped up.
They didn't prep you at all.
I mean, he got into the thick of it immediately, though. He was ready.
But he had a ballpoint pen and a fucking stool.
Yeah, that was it.
He fucked them up.
That was it.
You couldn't even give him a stick. They're in the woods.
They gave him the combination of the safe, though, and he couldn't fucking remember it. I feel like there's so much to unpack there.
Yeah,
You
the
should really
safe
analyze this.
represents your secrets, and
He can't remember his secrets.
no, he can't remember how to get them out.
It must be some dark shit.
So you remember I told you I didn't start counting my calories until recently
Yes.
because I had this one other thing I was going to.
Yeah.
Well, this thing I was going to was like a bake sale thing through this fucking softball shit, right? But they're
A fundraiser.
dude. So I didn't attend this with the best intentions in my mind, but they ended up having a lot of like taster shit. Like you could like try a bite of this, and if you want, you could buy the stuff. And I was like, oh well,
Not taste.
when in Rome, let me wet my beak a bit. And I tried this Australian meringue cake.
Meringue is the hard crunchy.
Yes.
Because meringue is like a bunch of different things.
And it was Australian. And like people loved it, which is weird because they tend to boomerang in Australia.
Stupid.
You start off on a high note, and this is where we end up, Pharaoh.
I honestly thought that the dream story.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, sorry.
See you next time. Oh no, this is this is the intro.
Yeah, sorry.
So he got me with that. That I was expecting some, like, I guess tiger paws aren't that,
Some shit.
So, do you remember that we got written into? I'm not sure if you were here yet, by a listener who said that their family makes Elvis suits for Elvis impersonators.
I was here.
Okay, so he basically said if you've seen an Elvis impersonator, there's a 90-some%
And
chance.
you were going to interview him for I Know a Guy.
So that's back on. We're still going to do that. Yes.
Are you going to get a suit?
No. But
How about a wig?
Let's give a long time
No.
to think about it.
but
Are you sure?
100%. I'm not the biggest Elvis fan, to be honest. But aside from that,
You dig his hair, though.
he got back in touch. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a beautiful head of hair.
Beautiful head of hair.
And not for nothing, I'm getting ready to get to it, but when I think of him in those suits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not for me. Just something about it doesn't match for me. I always talk about like music and image. It always has to match for me.
Yeah.
Like you put David Bowie in one of those suits and somehow it works for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so the guy happened to reach out to me again recently, like, hey man, shit got crazy for me. I don't know if shit got crazy for you. Do you still want to do this? And I was like, yes. And I've been
Didn't he stop responding?
meaning to reach out to. I can't remember. But he sent me a documentary that was done on his family.
Oh shit.
It's called Elvis Fit for a King, and I watched it. Fascinating. I can't wait to talk to this guy. We're going to talk this month.
So he's in the business also?
So it is a family business. I'm not sure if he still does it. He did it. He was working with it at one point.
Yeah.
Because he's in the documentary. But in there, they
not
have him in
pressure.
this black leather number. And look, as a heterosexual male, I got to say, that was the look he should have gone with. That, like, when I saw him do, like, Hound Dog and all that shit, like, with the black leather outfit, pop collar, open chest hair out.
Yeah, the deep V.
Yeah, doing Hound Dog, I was like, with the hair, I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what you should have gone with.
Not the red with the
white and the cape and all that. It doesn't fit.
Tassels and-
But I was like, that shit. They're interesting. They're iconic, obviously. But there was something about that look where I was like, that shit works for me in some way. But it was a fascinating documentary, and I'm super excited to talk to this guy. So one other thing I've been doing recently, and I feel like there was another thing I was supposed to bring up and make a note about, and I fucking forgot. Oh well. But I've been watching. So I got a Bobby Boogie Bop coming up of Van Halen, right? Who I would describe myself as a moderate fan. Like I like Van Halen, but I wouldn't like if somebody was like list off your favorite. Van Halen probably wouldn't be in my top 10, maybe not top 20.
second page.
But then I got to think as I've been watching it and really kind of when I get into this stuff and I start digesting all of this information and interviews and different points of view and multiple takes of the same story and blah, blah, blah. Bless you. You start to get a little like, I don't know, entrenched in it in some way. And, it all ends up sounding familiar and yet new in the same way. I can't describe it, but I started having this question. So, my two favorite Van Halen songs are my favorite Van Halen song is "Ain't Talking About Love" from their first album, and then my second favorite it was just David Lee Roth, right, for sure. My second favorite Van Halen song is "Right Now" from 1991 or two. That's Hagar, well into it, right? So I was like, fuck, man, like I'm not around a lot of people that talk about Van Halen a lot. But I started panicking a bit about what do I do if someone asks me if I'm a David Lee Roth guy or a Sammy Hagar guy.
That doesn't matter, I guess.
I was like, I enjoy a fair amount of their music overall. But I love, capital L, love, Can't Live Without, quote unquote, 2 songs, and one's from one and one's from the other. So I feel very torn on the matter.
I mean, you don't have to have a preference.
I know, but somehow I feel like if I don't have a preference, I'm seeing both sides. And I hate that.
So could it be that that the spirit of the band was held together even with the switching out of people?
By Eddie and
It's named after him, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
He's the band.
yeah.
Because like we talked about, like,
there's parts that are interchangeable. There are things that have interchangeable parts.
we talked about how like when a critical person leaves a band like that and it gets replaced with somebody else, that the tone changes, and it's really it shouldn't be called that same band anymore.
Agreed.
Different name.
Right.
Agreed.
That makes sense.
Let's see here. Then I have, and then I've watched a ton of documentary on the history of Venezuela, just so I just don't feel completely ignorant. Lastly, no, that's it. So we can get to notes. Fair amount of notes this week. So I want to apologize to Phil publicly. I've been vocal on here about Phil not doing the notes.
Yeah.
So he's been doing them. And because I'm always deleting them as I go through, Facebook has started marking them as spam.
Oh my God.
So there was 264 notes in a spam folder in the group.
Jesus.
So I was like, fuck. So I went through it, apologized to Phil, and then I've now made Phil like an admin so that it shouldn't have that, and it so far so good. But anyway,
that sucks.
yeah, I did go through the notes. Tons of trailers. We're in a trailer park this week.
We are. I mean,
So let's get this non-superhero one out of the way, the Odyssey.
I thought it looked okay.
Yeah, I think it looks promising.
okay, but like, my question is,
I'm not a huge Matt Damon fan. Just want to put that out there.
Matt Damon. That's all we know. Unfortunately for him, that's what we're gonna remember forever.
I like Matt Damon.
I don't hate him. Just not a
Yeah.
huge fan.
So the thing now is like, so we need another movie in the same exact fucking category.
That's how I feel about fucking World War II movies.
Did we need another
So
Odyssey movie?
So I feel like I'm okay with an Odyssey movie. I'm ready for an Odyssey movie, and I would actually like if he did the Iliad as well. But I say I don't think they give you enough in this trailer to make a definitive opinion about it.
Oh, did you hit the notes of like this is the Odyssey with
Correct.
all the parts like
I think
of
it looks
Odyssey.
good. Nolan is a fucking genius, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But that one of the comments that I saw and that was great. It was like, rumor has it Nolan had them create a fully functional Earth to shoot this movie in. Another thing,
I like the Batman helmet.
yeah, I do too. It makes them fucking scary.
Yeah, but also it's like you can't. The problem is you can't unsee Batman. Because
Yes,
that's Batman.
Yes.
And it's like you talk about Guillermo del Toro have the same monsters. Now you're gonna have the same helmets.
Right. So speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up. So my favorite things about this trailer, and I think this trailer looks fine. It's a teaser. I'm looking forward to the trailer. My favorite things about this have been that YouTube comment, and then this next thing that I'm getting ready to tell you.
The YouTube comment.
That rumor has it that Christopher Nolan made a fully functioning Earth to shoot this video in. There's a page that I follow, IG page, think of it as the Onion for rap.
Okay.
Okay. And it's great. There's a rapper who I'm a fan of, but his name is Fabio Foreign. I'm a huge fan of a lot of his music, but he doesn't seem to be the most academic gentleman that's ever walked the face of the earth. Like he's known for misspelling things.
Second page
From
from the bottom.
Yeah. Might be able to look for him in the appendices somewhere. Like he'll misspell phone, but not because of the PHF bit. Like he makes a ton of those types of errors, right?
I don't even know how you misspell it.
He gets very simple moths incredibly wrong. He's just not, that's not his strong suit. Stick to raps, But there was a page that said, like that, my Onion page that said, Fabio Foreign speaks out against Odyssey trailer, dislikes the helmet, the accuracy of the helmet at the time was such and such, but it's like clearly because he doesn't know what the fuck that shit.
Kind of like mine. scientists have proven that shrimp don't pay taxes.
Yes, I guess. So that's been my favorite bit about it. All right, let's get into some of these Marvel trailers. So let's get the Wonder Man out of the way. Any thoughts on that?
I don't care.
Looks like junk to me.
Yep.
Looks like unprecedented junk.
I don't know if it's unprecedented.
That's fair. Looks like precedented junk.
Yes, looks like precedented.
It's just more noise. in
Yes.
space. It's just
and that's
who's asking? Like
studio executives.
Yeah, for Wonder Man, and for Wonder Man to be shot with another joke, a character that shouldn't be a joke, that they have made a joke. And I know you have more friendly feelings towards it than I do, but now they're
especially if they gave us a real Mandarin.
But now, yes, and now they're working in concert as actors, and I'm not going anywhere near this.
I feel like they
100% out.
100%
can't get out of the own. It's like how DC couldn't get out of his own way with convoluting stuff. That doesn't. Marvel can't get out of his own way by not making more garbage. Like they know it's a coin phrase that superhero fatigue is a thing. Like if you want to put the shit back on the map where it used to be, you need to fucking cut all that shit out.
So I agree with you, but I agree with the sentiment, but I would argue, and this will lead us into where we're going, that it's not superhero fatigue, it's mid fatigue. I think people are just tired of seeing things that aren't great, and it's a lot. There's a lot. Even if you want to make the argument that there's plenty of things that are fine or even good with a lowercase g, they're not great. And like, I think it's a ton of that. And I would say a fair amount of it has erred on the side of being bad. And this looks like it's in that pocket for me.
And who's making this?
Marvel, Disney.
So, and that's what's crazy to me is like they have a platform.
And I hate to see a little guy lose.
Yeah. No. But they have a platform where they can make a smaller budget series and release it right on Disney Plus. Right? Where it's, they can combine all these characters.
They have their own distribution.
They can put them all out there in little 30-minute episode little things and then save the good stuff for the movies and put out a really well done 2-hour-long movie and not just 17 2-hour-long garbage movies.
Yeah, but I think what happens is what they've done is they've made 8. I'm pulling that number out arbitrarily. 8 palatable movies, and then 17 shows that range from worth a watch to something to watch while you vacuum to something that you shouldn't waste your time on.
Don't even waste the bandwidth.
Correct. And it's just, it's all of that. It's the amount of that, which brings us to the next, which are 3 teasers for Avengers Doomsday. Now let's talk about the Captain America one first. It's fine. I saw this cut with a, dialogue, like the audio from a cholesterol commercial, like a cholesterol medicine, and it was fantastic. It worked like a motherfucker. Other than that, it didn't really move me much.
Yeah, no.
Thor. So to me, it was better than the Captain America.
It was better than Captain America, but like
he didn't sound like a doof.
No, but like. I think they did too much damage to me, because I'm not looking at this thing in isolated, right? You have to take everything that's come before with this character, and I think they just did too much damage to this character for me to care as much.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair take. I wanted to see if I could find that that commercial. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
All right. So watch this with the shit over top.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Skyrizi, I'm free to bare my skin.
Things are getting clearer. I feel free to bare my skin. Yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything.
And now it's Captain
With
America.
Sky Rizzy, I saw dramatically
Was it,
clearer
baby?
skin.
Yeah.
And many people were 100% plaque-free.
Anyway, it works like a champ. You know?
because it's just fucking B-roll bullshit.
Yeah. And then lastly, the nut. Right? There was one nut of this.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm glad we have that. Cyclops in the blue suit, great. Not necessarily a childhood, but our childhood Professor X and Magneto.
Yep.
One last hurrah, because I mean they ain't getting any younger.
One last chess game.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall positive.
So yeah, I will say that. That's what I get to with the mid conversation, right? Is when I watched that one, like I'm getting the fucking chills
Yeah.
again. It's getting me and
It makes me, it was serious.
Yes.
It's like, there's some stakes here. There's
Yes.
some emotion. There's some heaviness, weight to it.
and I'm like, okay, here's something. Now I have no doubt that what we saw there, it might be like 6 seconds of screen time in real life.
yeah, and that's all we get.
Yeah. But it made me feel something, which is the first time I've felt something from this shit in a long
Yeah,
time.
in a few years.
Yeah.
In a few years.
So I was happy to see that. And I'm excited.
It's like, this is all to like, usher in the next fucking wave of bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
It's because this is all about passing torture. This is old guys. They're leaving. They're gonna die.
Which they should have handled 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then these guys having babies. I'm like, I don't personally care about babies.
Right.
Symbolism zero. So they just talking about fucking kids. So they just fucking getting the fuck out and having new people come in. That's all that reads to me.
Yeah,
And
but I'm okay if this is a handing, like, because this should. There's
They
no
should have done
reason
it a long
why
time
this
ago.
shouldn't have been correct. There's no reason why this shouldn't have been done in 2021. Not necessarily this
COVID.
movie, but the torch literally being
it
passed
should
over.
have been
Like,
at Infinity
it's
War.
on the next group.
Endgame. After the Endgame,
Correct.
It should have.
Correct. By 2021, this shit should have been sorted out.
Yeah.
But at least it looks like it may get sorted out. I'm trying to stay optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, Forbes has published a report that says, new report says Dave Filoni is about to run all of Star Wars. It was announced that Kathleen Kennedy was making a succession plan, still getting fired any day now, Joey.
Yep. 6 years later.
To
Okay.
leave Lucasfilm and Star Wars. It seemed like there was probably only one person who would fill her shoes. Now, technically, there are two, but yes, he's one of them. That would be Dave Filoni. A new report from the reliable Puck News says that Filoni is about to be tapped as co-president to run the creative side of Lucasfilm, i.e. all of Star Wars. His fellow president would be Lin-Wen Brennan, who would be on the executive side. Filoni is currently the chief creative officer of Lucasfilm, while Brennan is the general manager. But for the big moves, it seems like it will fall to Filoni. And I mean, you can go on with the rest of this shit, but that's the news.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Same.
If you told me this like 5 years ago, I'd have been excited.
Same.
But the track record has been.
Yeah, Filoni. So that just like the article says, Filoni has technically been in charge creatively
and
for
it's not
some
been
time,
good.
and it has not been good.
Yeah. It has not been as worse, but
Yeah.
it's not
Correct.
been good. And 5 years ago, we would have been excited because he represented something good.
I think they
now
should
I'm
bring
not so
back
sure.
those guys that were like the kind of creative center of a lot of the prequel stuff, and then moving into the sequel stuff. I think as a team, bring those people up, like more of a board. Like Dave Filoni's one of them.
Yeah.
Pablo Hidalgo
Yeah.
is one of them. Who else? Dan Chiang. He was like he was the artist that drew all the ships and shit. Like that dude. Like the people that brought Lucas's vision either to life or understood how to implement it. You know, the problem I think once again is like you need someone with a vision of like where and
with Star Wars
why aside from that, of where and why to continue making Star Wars aside from money.
But that's the problem. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the problem, but that's the crux of it. There's a lot of things in general are just made for the money of it.
Yeah, and I think Lucas proved
not
that
for
you
the love
could
of
do
the game.
both. You know, even looking back at watching these prequels again,
Yeah.
with Leia, like I have plenty of critiques to give the prequels, but one thing you can't say is that he told the same story twice.
Oh yeah.
Like those
Yeah.
are two entirely different conceptual stories that take place in that universe and are in succession. Like they all do make sense, you know, together.
Yeah.
Whereas, 7 feels like more of a retread, 8 feels like something new, and 9 feels like damage control.
Yeah. And it's all disjointed and all just like plugged into this world.
Yep.
In this universe where it doesn't matter if it was there or not.
Yep.
And I don't know. So for me, like the upsetting thing was how much I did not like Andor. Right? Because to me, like you create a universe that is Star Wars. And the interesting thing would be to go and do deep dives on parts that were not yet explored.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And I think Andor had that idea. I just think that it missed, for me personally, it missed the mark. Right? It felt Star Wars sometimes, right? But it wasn't like the rest of the movies or even shows.
So I agree with that, but I don't think specifically that first season. The second season is a whole different ball of wax.
Sure.
For me, but I agree with your statement about the first season. But what I would say about the first season is that it's successful in spite of that.
Okay. Yeah. So, but the interesting thing to me is just that it feels like all these companies and all of them, right? Marvel,
DC, Star Wars,
Pokemon, right? Anything that's just like now
big franchise,
huge franchise, that it's just churning out stuff for the sake of having a bigger catalog, as opposed to what advances the franchise or the story,
and just remaining on the store pegs.
They just want to.
There's still a pair of socks that you can buy that says Star Wars on it that's somehow relevant,
right? And it's like if they just, to me, if they just focused on producing good, valuable content for the franchise, that the rest of that stuff will figure itself out.
It'll work itself out.
That's because that's how most successful things became successful.
That's how they became franchises in the first place.
Yeah, because someone made somebody that wanted to make, and everybody jumped on board saying that's a good thing that you made.
And had a vision.
But now some studio exec is saying, well,
all studio execs.
Marvel has 247 hours of viewable content. And we're at 238.
Yep.
So we need to add 10 hours.
And somebody's saying, hey, I got a great idea for a Star Wars show. It's some drama, political drama, socioeconomic drama. It's going to take place in like a prequel to original trilogy era, and I can tell this story in 4 episodes. Wait, what? You had me. Say the last part again?
Yeah, 40. You said 40 episodes?
I can tell it in 4 episodes. Yeah, but that only keeps people on the platform for 4 hours. Figure out a way to keep them on the platform for 8 hours minimum. Right. And come and talk to me again. Is it what a lot of it feels like?
I'm a green light 8 with the option to go to 12. And
so that,
well, I have 4 hours of content. Figure it out.
So that when I go to my advertiser, I can say people are watching 80 hours of Star Wars content on average per viewer, this month on such and such. Like, it's the same shit I talk about with podcasts and YouTube and everything else. It's like, it's just about keeping people on your platform for a long period of time.
And the best part is, if you just made a really awesome 4-episode thing,
people would watch it again and again.
Watch it 3 times.
Yep.
And you get an extra 50%.
And maybe every year.
Right.
Like
I watch Lord of the Rings twice a year, every year.
Yep. I mean, like the amount of times that like the repeat value of like what I've gotten from Snyderverse, which is like one of the few, and some part about that is because it's so limited, right? So it's like the Marvel stuff, like I love for the most part the first 10 years of Marvel movies.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of movies.
But it's 10 years of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So like it's not like with the Snyderverse, it's like, well, 4 movies over the course of the next month. Let's want to watch some guys.
But to be fair, the Snyderverse ones are
18 hours long each. So yeah, that does have an
impact. Might be a year of movies in one movie.
That's true.
It just comes down to people with money wanting more money. That's all it is.
Yeah.
As always.
But there used to be more of a balance. It's like it's not too different from politics, right? Where there used to be more of a balance between the people that were watching the nuts and bolts, the bottom lines, the cost versus expense, and the creative people that were coming up with new ideas.
Like inflation, it only moves in one direction, Bobby.
Yeah.
All of these things, it does. Nothing ever gets better overall. Whether it gets better at times or not, everything trends downwards, and that's how it goes. I mean, that's just my nihilism kicking in.
I think it depends on how long you.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, because I think it depends on.
But
how
I mean, that's
long
what proved me wrong with just history. Like with not like maybe the state of the world, but like you talking about like capitalism or like people being greedy or politics. It's just like all been like go up and down, but ever so slowly, just dipping downwards over time.
See,
just like how you lose weight when you track your calories, you might not lose weight for a couple of days. You might gain a pound even.
I would say it's mostly trending up. You know, it's like even like if you think about movies in the terms of like storytelling, right? Like Joey, you never have to debate me about a slump in movies and entertainment right now. I am at the tip of that spear, okay? But I view this as a slump in an upward trend of where we came from. Like, to me, it's like, so you had like...
Think back to the old talkies.
Yeah, you go back to that shit and it's all, nothing seems real, everything, you know, like... I gotta be me.
But you know, that was good for its time, though, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and it has trended up, and now but along that trend up, there's these little dips, but it's trending up. Like I think like if you take Star Wars or Seven or any of that and compare it against anything made in 1940, it's far superior.
Yes, but not for its time. Like whatever was made in the 40s without seeing anything afterwards was good for its time. So
I would argue that, I mean, Star Wars...
It's hard to say because we don't know anyone from the 40s, but...
Fair. But, well, not true. My dad...
Ask him.
So my dad still says that Star Wars is one of the best movies ever made he's ever seen in his life, right? So that's 1977. Yeah. You know, and that's still standing the test of time. And a lot of those 70s... The 70s was a renaissance. Musically, artistically, like the 70s was a renaissance. And the 90s were too, that we can say now.
I think it's correlated to big bushes.
Unfortunately.
We started getting rid of pubic
Nothing's
hair.
perfect.
But like, because I don't think creatively we're at a worse place. But I'm just talking about the structure of the world. So like, I think there are great stories to be told out there in people's minds, and or people who are like in these trying to get out or whatever. We could have these things, but like the way the industry is run is not getting better.
Well, so look at Batman.
Well, hold on. Because I can make a valid argument for that, right?
Yeah. Because we're talking about like
but okay.
Executives.
So music industry.
Yeah.
All right. So you have more today, far more independent artists.
Yes.
Than ever before, seeing far more of their money than ever before, that are not playing into the machine, that are, you know, et cetera, because of a lot of technology being a big part of it, but a lot of the advancements that have been made in that area. I mean, even if you look at people like Master P and shit, that people that like, which I mean, he is who he is. He's a character, but like the amount of his own shit that he owned outright that nobody could take a piece of is historic, and that we can now say looking back. Right. But like, that's an area where the cat and mouse game of executive versus artist has almost flipped, and now the executives are playing in reverse, and they're playing hardball now, but they're playing in reverse. So if you wanted to look at it in terms, but I understand your point in looking at things overall in terms of a capitalistic idea.
Yeah.
But I think when you start to isolate those things in a vacuum, whether it be movies, period, not the movie industry, not the, you know, but the art of storytelling. The art of I don't know about making music, but the art of artists being in control of their music, you know, that has trended up. You can make the argument that that's trended upward.
Yeah, the individual creativity and abilities,
and ownership. You know, so like, I think it depends on how you see it, because like in the same breath, right? Like, you know, what is a stream worth? How much money is really being made off these streams versus the 0.0004 cents that major artists are making off of it? And then they say everybody's making 0.004 cents off every streamed record. Okay, I want to see Taylor Swift's books.
Yeah.
I want to see Drake's books and see if we're really making 0.004, all of us, or if I'm making 0.004 so she can make 13.1.
Yep.
You know, but I hear you. But I think there's some nuance to it. We have some questions.
Hey, how would you ask your question?
Oh, great question. Ironically, great question to ask.
Unironically.
Employees have the...
Oh, fuck. Fuck, wrong. I'm on the wrong path.
Nice.
Hold on.
If you're an employee.
Hold on. Right button.
What rights do employees have?
You can email us at nerdrageradiomail@gmail.com.
Astartes Pete writes in and says, "Hello, lovely boys, and Happy New Year." He's British. Hope you had a good one. Going to start with a minor self-flex. Since my latest blood work has downgraded me to pre-diabetic.
Oh.
Still on meds for now, but hey, reduced chance of foot amputation is a win in my books, for sure. On to the question, and I hope that you're in good health. And Astartes Pete, don't forget, all of us are pre-diabetic.
Until you got diabetes, we're all pre-diabetic.
On to the question, do you have a guilty pleasure film? Oh my God. Mine would be Avatar. I try not to defend it. I agree with most, if not all, the criticisms labeled at it. I think it just comes down to the fact that I enjoyed the world of Pandora and the creatures in it. The writing and characters, not so much, and the sequels can get the hell out of here. Peace and love, and wishing you a great 2026. That is one of the most honest questions we have ever received.
But I don't think it's a hot take, though, because obviously lots of people like that movie.
Yeah, but I think lots of stupid people like that movie. Like, he's saying, I understand this isn't
bad. Yeah,
but I really enjoy my time there, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
So I mean, Flight of Dragons for me is always one that I bring up. For like, Mortal Kombat 2 is one that
I can't wrap my head around this. This is
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
This is one of those things where, like, how can two things be true? So most often, two things can be true. It's like, how can Bobby exist and then Bobby likes Mortal Kombat Annihilation at the same time?
I know it's bad, but I enjoy my time there. I got to admit.
Like,
I like seeing people fight in flashy suits over techno music. What do you want me to say?
I mean, when you put it that way, how can you argue?
That's what I'm saying.
I think now it's like, I don't know. A lot of people don't know it as much, but I love Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh, yes,
I find that shit hilarious, and I know it's bad, and like, but it has a cult following. There are a lot of us who love it, and then everyone else who's like, "This is dumb shit."
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess my guilty pleasure movies are like the Hugh Grant movies.
They're great.
Oh, Notting Hill.
They're great. Yeah. About a Boy is fantastic.
But like, I hate the idea of them.
I know. And
then I watch it.
Ironically, it's one of my least favorites.
I don't want to see my boy that way.
Well, it's just I don't buy it.
Yeah. But there's just something about like good wholesome rom-coms.
I do.
I'm like, oh, man. The world could be fine.
Yeah. I do.
We can get along with women. They're fine.
I agree.
I used to watch a lot. I mean, I'm not a fan of rom-coms. It's just like I don't less occasions to watch them. Like Fool's Russian, Matthew Perry and Salma Hayek. I love that movie. Fucking Serendipity, where you learn the word from.
It's great.
I fucking love that movie. I love a good rom-com, man.
I've never opened Netflix and thought, I'm going to watch a good rom-com.
That's the thing, though. That's the fucking thing.
But I'll be there. I'll be like, fuck, there's nothing to fucking watch. Fine. I'll give this bullshit some watch. And I'll be sitting there. And like, next thing you know, I'm like, I've been smiling for 12
Yes.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
So, like, as kids, I'm probably not you, Bobby. Like, you would watch them because like your parents would, or your mom would watch it. And then growing up, since your 20s, if you're dating, you're probably watching it because of a girl. And then I started thinking, a girl, don't watch that stuff, and then stop watching that stuff. Like, and if you're single dude, you're probably also not watching that stuff.
Now you can introduce her to it.
I think we might have watched some, but that's usually not the first thing that comes up.
Right.
But I do love a good rom-com. And I am a romantic at heart. And
a couple of times I've thought about why I enjoy it, because it's not real.
No.
Right.
But neither Star Wars.
It can be. The thing with like fairy tales is, or the overall arcs of fairy, they can be real. They're just not sustainable.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, they're also not real in the sense that that's not how any part of reality works.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So it's always like, this well-off person who's handsome or beautiful, depending on who's the main character, struggling to find love, finds it in an unexpected place, who also happens to be attractive nonetheless and reasonably successful, or down on their luck, or kind of a slob but is a brilliant person, or incredibly funny, or it's like, that's not how the world works.
Right.
That
well, you hit the lottery if you do.
That 10 would never find that 2.
Right. Next one is from Ringworm Nick.
Yo, I had a good chat with him at Your
my
party.
birthday. Oh, yeah. He was welcome to. Ringworm Nick is welcome to come out whenever he'd like. But
He
says-
wants to. He says
Oh, yeah?
he
just
works
never
at the
gets
same
the
schedule
invite.
as you, so
Yeah. He's welcome to.
just-
He lives far away, so I always feel like it would be an inconvenience for him. But he's more than welcome.
Well, for the
let him
10
know.
a.m.s, it probably wouldn't be that big a deal.
Yeah, that's fair. He says, greetings NRR. With 2026 here and a new Mortal Kombat movie coming out in May, I wanted to give you guys a little factoid about the original
More
song
Mortal Kombat.
from 1992. Did you know that song was inspired by an old Scandinavian church song, a Finnish hymn? Anyway, I enjoy your conversations every week.
This is what y'all bring to the table. This is the kind of energy you invite, Bobby.
So,
Fucking boomerang.
Nick, I'll tell you a funny story about that song, which Joey has heard before. So, I was famously known for always being seen with two things: a book bag and a set of headphones. It was very rare in my young days that you caught me without a set of headphones or without my book bag. And in my book bag was a ton of tapes. And I could always find something for that given day.
So it might have been a tape bag.
Yeah, more so aptly labeled. The night that I lost my virginity was to a nice young lady who deserved better, to be honest, as it all turns out. But
Normally the case.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think she's doing just fine now, which is great.
She's recovered?
She blocked me, but that's fine.
Oh,
It's a long story. So I was having a conversation about losing virginity, and I mentioned, and someone was like, "Oh, I know her," and I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah, like I know her family, the whole bit." And I was like, "No fucking way!" And he's like, "This her?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it was a Facebook, so I just typed it in to and it came up, and I went to hit her profile picture to just see what's going on with her. I 100% hit add friend.
yeah, because you didn't.
Was blocked within seconds, which I have earned, which is fine. But the night that I lost my virginity, I don't think I've ever told this part of the story on here, but she was we had been together for some time, and I was 14 years old, and at least I think I was 14 years old. She told me that this particular night we were at actually a friend of hers house, and I walked over there, and I had my headphones in my book bag, and I happened to have whatever tape I was listening to on the way. So she was like, "I'm ready," and I was like, "Okay, well, I mean,
I was born ready.
I was born ready." And she's like, "Well, I can't now because I'm on my period." And I was like, so we didn't see each other a lot because she lived in Westminster, which at the time it might as well have been a fucking moon.
Yeah.
Well, I thought her parents locked her away.
Yeah, well, they tried to do that too. Let me tell you something.
When you're unclean, you must not go outside.
You couldn't stop me. So anyway, I made my case that
You didn't mind.
I didn't mind.
Yeah, no.
And she conceded, and I lost my virginity, right? So it reminds me of a song that was my buddy Dange, who is a local rapper, who's great, by the way. But he said, "This feels like my first piece of pussy when I was sticking my dick in. Oh shit, I'm in it. I can't believe it. I'm in it. Don't stop. Get it. I'm gonna tell everybody I hit it." And that's how I felt, right? So it was in the middle of the night. I had snuck out to go over there. She was at a friend's house. I snuck into the friend's house, snuck out, and then I had to get home, and I ran. And I don't run. I ran home.
Historically bad runner.
Historically bad runner. I ran home, but I had my headphones, and I put my headphones on. I was so hyped. I put my headphones on. I pressed play. It happened to be the Mortal Kombat song playing.
Oh, so it's locked in.
So I'm running down. I can tell you the exact place I was, and it's early in the morning. It's like 4:00 in the morning. It's summer though, so it's starting to brighten up a bit. And I yelled, "Mortal Kombat!" like at the top of my lungs to anybody that would hear, and then ran home. Interestingly enough, so I get home, I sneak in. It's all fine.
14-year-old's mine.
I come upstairs.
Finish me.
Talked to my dad, my grandma, whatever. And I'm like, all right, well, like I didn't sleep well. I'm gonna go upstairs and go to sleep for a bit. They're like, all right. So I went upstairs in my room, and the first thing I want to do is look at my dick, and it's covered in blood, right? And I'm like, I've got an STD. I grew up in the 80s. I am finished. And then I was like, oh, her period. Oh shit. And then it was a whole, but all that's tied together with that song for me in this moment in time.
Yeah.
So that song hits different for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Last
It's a
question.
different space, at least.
Yeah. Last question for the show from Matt H, who says,
1 second.
Yeah.
You know what's it fucks me up. Because we all talk about when we were kids, we can remember it vividly, right? And we are the same people. But it fucks me up now that I know people that age. Like your fucking kids are that age, and it fucks me up.
I know.
I don't want to think about that.
And nowhere near as experienced.
And I'm happy for it.
Mostly I am too, but I'm also at a point with like Jaina where I'm kind of like, look, get out there and live.
Go do something.
Go live a little. I'm not gonna. I can't tell you. Look, go find some friends and hit a fucking blunt. Why don't you? But in my head, I'm just like,
that's normal now. That's not even that bad nowadays.
Live a little bit, experience life a little bit. Like you're 17 years old. You're all damn near 18 years old.
Your rates are too good. It's a problem.
And I think in this environment, it's a big part of it.
You remember that kid, Taryn?
Yes. Yes.
So I told him something similar when he was, turning 18 and had gotten this job offer, was applying to, to a place. And I was like, dude, stop. Like, have 2 or 3 years for you to go out and make mistakes, because you're starting the career that you want, right? That you want to have.
That's the rest of your life.
It's the rest of your life. And it's the rest of your life with early mornings, right? Late nights, and all this other stuff. And there will be a time where you get to let loose again, but it's in 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? Until then, if you want to continue on the trajectory that you say you want to, it needs to be studying, advancing, doing well, minding your P's and Q's.
Yep.
So take the time now while you're still hireable and make some do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's weird to tell people that.
Yeah. Yeah. I obviously.
It usually comes natural and people tell you to stop doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Right. But I saw the propensity for this kid to do dumb shit. Right. And I was like, do it now. Don't take the job.
Get out of the way.
Do it now.
That's the dark side talking. Just do the dumb shit. Do it.
And unfortunately, it has landed exactly where I thought it would. So,
Matt H says, "Hey fellas, I hope all is well with you boys. I for one am glad the holiday season is in the rear view. I don't hate the holidays per se, but the bullshit definitely tends to get a little thick. The conversation you guys had a few weeks ago regarding Tyler Sheridan, Landman, Yellowstone, really hit home. There are so many people I know who love those shows for the rugged individualism that these shows portray, yet they can't change a tire, never been in a fight, and can't cook a simple meal unless they DoorDash it. I think people who really dig these shows are jealous of the blue collar and working class aesthetics, and they sit in their cubicles and talk about what a badass rip a character on Yellowstone is. Everyone wants to wear Carhartt until it's time to do some Carhartt shit. Anyways, enough of me shitting on office jealous office workers' necks. Maybe it's just shitting on jealous office workers' necks. What is your favorite theater experience? I got a hand job during Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yeah, I made out during The Mummy.
I got a
1990s something. But yeah, I remember that movie hit different. Every time that particular scene came on that I missed, I don't know what that scene is. It's like, I know what I was doing.
So is all sexual experiences in a theater?
No, I think it's just memorable. It just happened to be sexual because I mean that should be like, especially as a teenager, that just sticks with you.
I got a blowjob in Rumble in the Bronx.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think
there was a Rumble in Maryland.
The first time I got the old digits in was I was like 13, and I saw what's the one that we always get wrong?
Everything.
No, it's one of those Shazam.
Oh, Shazam. Yeah.
Sinbad?
But Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, and then I fucked a Movico once. So that's cool.
How many pillows are too many pillows on a bed?
It's what?
He did this on purpose. If I know Matt age. Anybody?
How many is too many?
Yeah, people are not going to like my answer.
7.
7 is too many.
Yeah,
So
6 is good.
6 is good.
2 per person, no more.
Okay.
So it's 3 per person for me.
So I am 3 per person minimum.
Where? I mean, do you have like multiple beds stacked together?
So
or what?
I actually prefer a perfect sleeping experience for me is a 4-pillow experience. It's
Do you even need a bed at that point, or could you just put the pillows on the ground?
so it's 2 pillows on either side of me, laying parallel to my body, and then 2 pillows above them at a 45-degree angle, angling towards my head, so that I can roll on one side and hold a pillow, and then turn over and roll on the other side and hold a pillow without needing another.
It also
pillow.
sounds like you're creating a pillow coffin.
Pillow fort. He has not grown out of the pillow fort.
Just some sort of weird vampire, but not a hard vampire. One that wants a nice, soft, comfortable existence.
That's hysterical. What is your favorite? Oh, he did do this on purpose. What's your favorite? What's your favorite bagel?
What? Egg.
Everything.
Everything.
Egg bagel.
Really?
Anything can go in. I can have egg, I can have cream cheese, I can have a whole ass sandwich.
No, he's talking about
The flavor of
Okay.
egg bagel with butter.
And then he goes on to say, he definitely did that on purpose now. I told you, knowing him, he probably did, and I was right. Here are some of my favorites from last year. TV, Mobland. Tom Hardy stars as a mob fixer for an English mob family. Supporting cast is great. It has a good Guy Ritchie vibe, not swept away Guy Ritchie vibe, or as I like to call him, Madonna-era Guy Ritchie. 1 season, I highly recommend it. It can be found on Paramount. Mr. In Between. It's about an Australian hitman who has a younger daughter and is just trying to navigate life. I am sensing a theme here. 3 seasons. We are deep into season 2, and it's really a fun watch. Bonus is that the episodes run 30 minutes, so when you are watching in bed, if you doze off because you are soft, old, and trash, it's not a major production to go back and catch up. This hidden gem is on Hulu.
Hulu.
Movies. The Long Walk. Great
I
dialogue.
want to watch that, but I haven't sold Krista on it yet.
Great dialogue, great acting from a young cast. Seymour Philip Hoffman's son plays a starring role.
Oh.
The violence is fast and brutal and caught me off guard. One of the best King adaptations since Shawshank. I can't recommend this film enough. However, I will say it's a lot like Schindler's List, that while it is excellent, it's not a film you put on just because it's a Tuesday. I found it to be a very heavy film and found myself thinking about it long after we saw it. Yeah. You might have sold me on it. Okay.
Yeah, I know the book or the story was good, so I really want to watch it. But like, Krista, I think it's too serious for Krista to watch, and the fact that you have to rent it right now.
Okay. And then he said Toys, the Cold Slither box set, because if you don't like Dreadnoks, what are you even doing with your life? which was a cool idea. And as always, boys, stay prepared. And I told you peace, and I bid you peace. So that'll do it. Full show today. Great show, though, today.
Good time.
Good conversation, good laughs. Serious stuff, introspective stuff. That's my favorite when it all blends together. Shout out to Dante on Facebook and Marilyn Phil on our notes and on Twitter. And shout out to Chris Pinkerton, who's apparently on assignment. And we'll see if he can make it next week. And with that,
Flappy labius.
Moist thighs.
tight dick player.